So said I am just gonna say this on stream. Hey folks, those of you that actually do watch, twitch.tv/Kelf1, thanks for hanging out today. Right below all of our cameras, you'll see down there it says hashtag OpenDND. Yeah, tweet that, do whatever. Go to opendnd.games and sign the letter to stop Wizards of the Coast from executing the community and putting out the OGL 1.1. Thanks. Now on to the show. All right, so it's been a fucking while.
Well, we had Christmas.
We did have Christmas. So that was a thing.
Of the new year.
But you didn't fight at Christmas.
It was it was that's true. I didn't play at Christmas. I was doing shit. But yeah, our last session was on 12/11, so it's been almost a month. To give a quick recap of where we left off, the group had finished fighting Cryovane, or had continued fighting Cryovane, as Cryovane had shot a blast of cold out, downing a few of the, severely weakening the group, downing Iluna. The party rallied against them with Vic blinded, but upon downing Cryovane and killing him, I believe it was Cephas that actually landed that blow.
Yeah.
Had a couple deep
Yeah, it was a hell of a game. Vic used the magic of the mask that he had in order to combine both Cryovane and Vic into one entity known as Cryovic. It was in that form that he flew up into the sky and continued his assault. Iggy cast Fly on himself and went up to face Cryovic while you guys dealt with some of the kobolds that were on the ground. But the battle ensued. Iggy and Cryovic facing off against one another, and it was Steve who landed the final blow against Cryovic, dropping him to the ground. As soon as that happened, the two entities of Cryovane and Vic split back up, and you guys were able to harvest some of the pieces from Cryovane. And it was at that point that Iggy was trying to talk with Vic, who, as we all know, used to be Lucas the Goblin, and trying to, get him back, and also trying to heal him. But Vic refused, citing that Lucas was no longer there, that he might be out there somewhere, but that he is Vic now, and that there is no redemption there. So at that point, Vic created a sickle of ice and killed himself, ending his life. But before the spirit was able to leave the mortal coil, our boy Me used one of his soul coins in order to capture the soul of Vic, and upon flipping it and summoning the spirit, it was revealed that the soul that was captured was actually of Lucas the Goblin. Iggy was then able to say his goodbyes to Lucas, who after a few moments eventually faded away, unaware of what had fully transpired in the time that he was Vic. And what's up?
Oh, just throat cleared.
Yep. So after that, you guys kind of gathered together. I believe it was Smith that while everyone was kind of like bitsing up and piecing the dragon there, Smith and Iggy went over to sit together, and Iggy said that he was kind of afraid of the fact that he didn't feel strong enough to protect the group, and was looking forward to getting stronger because he knows that you guys have a big job ahead of you. And it was at this point that you guys went down and informed the kobolds there that Vic was no longer there. Neither was Cryovane, and that you guys needed a rest. And so that is where we left off. Now, I will say that whenever we last played, I said that I was going to immediately jump back to Axholm. I'm resending that just because I feel like there's a little bit in between there that needs to happen. So we're going to say that you guys were able to rest and relax there for a little bit. Just at least to catch your breaths and kind of starting the process of recuperating. But you guys do kind of have free action here as we get to the next day. So you guys will have a long rest. You guys will have a long rest on your character sheets. And also you guys are level 10 now. So
go ahead, Stacy.
Oh, I'd like a fair few things. Mostly the night before, I guess. Make sure, I don't know, just to say the moonbow reset.
Yep. If you spent so if you took the moonbow up to the top of or out into the moonlight, it will be recharged now.
It is pretty basic, right? It's just out in the moonlight for no
Yep,
amount
it
of
just
time.
needs to be bathed in the light of the full moon.
That, and generically saying that she would probably spend some time by herself, dealing with emotions.
Okay.
But it doesn't need role played. I had a list for before, and then while we're traveling. Write in a journal and sort of pray, talk, hold her emblem, and oh my god, pendant.
Okay.
I made a new word to her goddesses, I guess. She doesn't consider herself religious because she actually met them. This isn't faith. Oh, and maybe just talk with the kobolds before leaving, but nothing. Just to ensure the friendliness, I guess.
Okay.
And say stuff about Skip or whatever. I think that's it.
Okay. I believe Woo or me and you had something they wanted to do.
You is going to actually, with all the scrap pieces that he has gathered, he's gonna go over to the kobolds and be like, "Hey, here's some scrap fabric." And I'm assuming I can draw, like, kind of rough sketch a dragon with the bones and crosses. I'd be like, "Hey, can you guys make this out of this to a flag, and then post it up on top of the building?"
Oh wow.
Like, I know it's going to take time, but that's going to show that we are a part of you guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say one of the kobolds that is there is skilled enough with some basic tailoring tools. They have some bone needles and thread and stuff like that.
Mother said she made that little toy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that there is a capability there of them to make that flag.
Okay. And then I want to go back to the dragon.
Okay.
I don't know if me wants to come with me or not.
Is me going up with him?
Yeah, I'll join him.
Okay.
Because I already got my 8 white dragon scales.
It's true.
I'll join him.
I just remembered something else. It was a conversation we never actually had, but Luna wanted to talk to Smith about divvying up some of the things in her bag of holding and seeing if he'll take them. I sent a message to Smith, and that conversation just kind of fell away because it was however long ago. So, but that if he'd be willing to, I mean, we can talk about the details later about what's in each bag. But if he'd be willing to share, split some of the stuff.
Sure. And you wanted the decanter, right?
Oh yeah, if I mean, only because I'm seeing Iluna. She has this. What one of the reasons we don't talk about tracking food when we're away is Iluna's skill set. So I would just see her as the one providing food and water, so that would just make that part easier.
Yeah, you can have it.
Okay.
What kind of food are you providing us?
Well, fresh meat from the forest or wherever
Rabbit
we're at.
stew?
Probably.
Sounds like a plan.
Sometime
Rock
goblins.
soup.
Rock
Rock
soup.
soup.
Rock soup.
Yeah. I need to put that decanter in.
Sorry, that was a joke from a show I was watching.
But there's a whole like story about rock soup. The person puts in a rock and then everyone else puts in like what they can provide. And turns
The
into a
person
soup.
the person goes and be like, "Hey, can I borrow a little bit of this?"
Yeah.
Then that person goes to the next person. "Hey, can I borrow a little bit of this?" And then keeps going until they have the foundation of a soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bean
It was a-
parts.
Dragon scale soup?
Dragon scale soup. Crispy.
What is the ocean but a giant soup?
Over.
Amen, brother.
with a little bit of tea.
Just a little.
Amen.
Inventory.
But,
Inventory.
yeah,
We're
no,
talking like this while we're walking, right?
Totally.
We're not walking right now.
We didn't go
no, you
anywhere yet.
Yeah, you guys are all still there.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
You
you're all.
think me won't just flat out say the ocean's a giant soup? He will.
I feel like we'd all agree, just in character or out.
Yeah, I will. I will leave it to. I will leave it to Smith and Stacy to discuss. You know what is in which bag. I'll leave it to you guys to decide that, and keep that. Keep that
You don't want to
information.
spend a whole hour.
I don't want to spend a
discussing it
whole
right
hour going
now
through over
on
what's in a bag
stream?
like we did 3 sessions ago.
I'd like to just say Albina would take a moment to just find Iggy, when he's by himself.
Yeah.
And just, just tell him, hey, I know you're going through a hard time. I can't even imagine, but I'm here for you. We're all here for you. We're your family. In Goblin, of course.
Yeah.
And then just give him a little hug.
He goes to hug you, and he says, ever since this all happened, I've been thinking about that word, family. He was my family and everybody else that perished because of that damn dragon. They was my family. And I don't know, there's a lot of thoughts going through my head right now. But I'm glad I have you guys. It's hard, but I'm glad we have each other. So thanks, Albina. And he gives you a little hug.
Luna would have looked for him too. I sort of said that in the last session, though. Kind of you helped us a ton with all those ice spells and that wall, and
there's a lot of Iggy, you definitely anybody who looks at Iggy, he's kind of just like off to the side. Well, he's kind of actually where he is. He's kind of like over in the part of this area that looks over across the bridge, like he's over by this table in that room that was filled with ice a while back. But he's kind of like looking up at the top where the battle was taking place. So you can see that there's a lot of like gears moving in his head right now.
Yeah.
So wait, Lucas Vic's body's still there?
Yes. It's Vic's body at this point.
With his but he split back though too.
Yes, it's Vic, not Cryo Vic. It's Vic's body.
I suppose Luna would ask if she wants him buried. And
No, I got that covered. Leave the bodies to me.
Okay. I suppose she would still ask him. I guess that's up to
He just cuts you off.
Iggy.
Yeah.
It's not like Luna's necessarily up there.
Iggy would say, it's. I mean, a lot of goblins, we don't believe in, the whole idea of burial. There's some goblins that do follow that. A lot of goblins believe in, eating the dead in order to, much like the lizard folk we met. But for me, it was, it's less about the physical body, more about the, who it was, the memories we have of them. I'm not looking to gain power and, putting something in the ground, putting a body in the ground is, ain't gonna benefit much. But yeah, if you has plans for that, I trust him. So we'll cut up to me and you at the top of the hold. I'm just gonna put the whole party up there just because I don't want to deal with tokens. So not saying everybody is up there, but just have the tokens. Mm-hmm.
I'd rather ask. How far is the travel until we leave, like the super cold?
From the time that just until you get out of like the colder region.
Yeah.
That is going to be just about a good day or so, because if this is the map that we're working with. Okay. So if you guys are on that blue line is kind of your path up to the hold. So it is roughly about like 17-ish 20 miles back to the Forgotten Temple, where you guys dealt with Dobbin the first time.
Okay.
And then that's kind of like where
No.
That's kind of where that it starts to get colder from there kind of situation. So about a day.
Okay. Once we get to that area, Albina would switch back into her mithril chain.
Okay.
So I'll do that when you let me know.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did I actually put that in my inventory? Or was that just something that was stated since you were gonna? Oh wait, I know you were trying to drop weight.
Yeah.
And gave Iluna. Yeah, I had a grade app. I don't think you gave me the mithril.
No, I still have it. I have it in my bag apparently.
Okay.
But I just
yeah,
because I'm not going to really need the cold resistance, and it gives me a little more AC, I think, with my mithril. Yeah, I get 2 more AC, so I'd rather have a little more AC.
One more
until we travel back. Oh, 1 more. Okay.
All right, Julio. So we will move the camera up to me and you on the roof amidst the bodies of the various kobolds and the body of Vic here. Let me at least get there. Nope, not disappearing tokens. I need to add them to initiative.
So is the dragon up in the air 30 feet dead?
Shut up.
It just
He's just floating
He-
there.
He's
Chopped
30
it in
feet
half,
high, okay?
and only part of it fell down.
Yeah.
I'd like to be 30 feet high.
It's perpetual magic.
I'd dispel that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Apparently perpetual things can be revoked, so there you go.
Oh,
As I get salty over here.
no. Anytime you're grumpy, it's
Oh, damn,
anytime I'm grumpy, it's because of wizards and hashtag open D&D, fucking OGL. All right, so yeah, the two of you are up there. Like I said, you have the bodies of Cryovane, you have the body of Vic there on the ground, as well as all of the dead kobolds around you.
So I am going to kind of go into a meditative state.
Okay.
To try to get a hold of Karen to sacrifice all of the bodies along with the dragon and Vic to Karen.
Okay.
You have to meditate. All I have to do is message him while he's at work.
All right. So while you is doing this, what is me doing?
Is that white dragon mask still on?
It was
Vic?
shattered. It is shattered and the magic is
Yeah.
gone.
I think I asked that.
Myself, but I definitely wanted it to sell. Well, he's attempting to sacrifice. I guess I'll check the bodies to see if there's anything worth looting.
Okay. Okay. So, Aaron, do me a favor. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
Did that come across or no?
On Beyond?
I got a 22. I rolled a 17 and an 18.
Is it not rolling?
It rolled. I don't know why it didn't
Prove it.
transfer over.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I'm not even seeing it on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
I don't see anything on D&D
over
Beyond.
there.
Hey, there it is.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your? I'll accept your other ones, but what were they?
22.
22. Okay.
Yeah, that was a 17 and an 18 with a +4.
Gotcha. Okay. So Jared, as me is looking over these kobolds, for the most part, all that you can really find on them, that is of any use is some broken spears. Mostly just kind of like tattered. These are the ones that they were using to try and break down the ice with, the ones that they were throwing at you guys. The frosted winged kobolds were actually creating spears of ice to throw at you guys. So unfortunately, there's not much that you can see on them. The one thing that you do notice is that on their chest, they actually have a symbol that is the symbol of the cult of Tiamat.
Oh no.
Interesting.
So, like I said, those are specifically the ones that
Do I
were
have knowledge with my smuggling bullshit if there's a black market for the kobold wings?
You roll me a history check, and if you don't have proficiency, go ahead and add your proficiency bonus.
I do not have proficiency.
Okay, so go ahead and add proficiency to that. So whatever you roll +4.
So 19.
19.
19. So the thing is that kobold wings are often used. They are sometimes used as like trophy marks for hunters. But they can also be used in order to like make various like potions and stuff out there. But you think, especially being that these are frost winged kobolds, the fact that they have a frost resistance, somebody might have some value out of them if you wanted to try and salvage a couple of these.
I'll do that. I'm all
Okay.
about it for the money.
Cleo, roll me a survival check. Roll me 2 of them.
Oh man, the one thing I'm not proficient in.
For what it is worth, the symbol that is carved on. Okay, cool. The symbol that is carved on these winged kobolds is like a white dragon claw. That was the symbol of Tiamat, because they are part of the. This was like essentially the white dragon cult. With an 18 and a 9. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say that of the handful that are there, you are able to get 6 total wings that are in decent enough shape. So, like I said, these can be used as banners. Like you could essentially use these as flags, but somebody could try and craft these into something.
Oh, hey, look at this wing. It has rhymey etched on it.
Oh, God.
Such a shame.
Jesus.
And their wings seem like they would be bigger than goblins. Or almost the same size. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you're
kobolds.
having something as tall as you.
Yeah, I mean, kobolds are fairly small. So, all right. So while this is going on, you are doing what you can to try and connect to your patron Karen, which is kind of you entering into that meditative state, and eventually you start to hear this voice, and then you hear, which one is it?
You.
All right, hold on. The big boss is a little busy at the moment. I'm just gonna put you on hold. And then you start to hear like stereotypical hold music, but it's like bardcore. So it's like lutes and lyres and drums and stuff like that.
Longhorns.
Yeah. While this is going on, you're kind of like semi-aware of me going around chopping off the wings from these winged kobolds, and after a moment you hear, "Hey, what? Who's there? What? Yeah, you?
You?
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
I'm here with a couple sacrifices for you.
You hear you hear pieces of paper flipping over on the other side of the line, and he goes, "Some sacrifice? Okay, that was pretty quick. Wait, this isn't the Black Dragon cult I told you about, is it? You didn't already do that."
No. Party went after another cult.
This is a white dragon cult.
Which one?
The white.
Oh. Should I had them low down on the list so far. All right, what do you got?
I've got Vic, Cryovane, bunch of the minions.
All right, hold on. Fuck. This is just gonna be a pain. It's gonna be a lot easier if I do this. All of a sudden, me and you guys hear the sound of flames roaring up behind you as you see the blue flames appear on the ground, and standing before you is your patron, Karen. I don't have a great photo, but for reference, Karen is a Karen is it looks like an older man who has a long white beard.
And I'm also pretty sure his
Wait.
name's not Karen, it's something else. I just call him Karen.
No, his name is Karen, but you spell it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm scrolling all the way back to October to find the picture.
Yeah, you spell Karen like the obnoxious women that don't know their place in the world, versus the Karen that we are referencing, which is spelled Charon, as in the ferryman of the dead. I think it was before. It was back towards the lizard folk. Yeah, again, he looks like an old man with white hair and a long beard. But you see the flames erupt around, and you hear all of a sudden, just in your head, you hear like the sound of a dial tone. As Karen looks at you and says, "All right, so, okay, yeah, you guys did a number over here.
We tried our best.
See that?
Oh, that's a stupid pug.
All right. Okay, cool.
That's
So
more of how Pugsley should die.
I got to do a little bit of inventory here. Give me just a minute. And you see he's kind of like going around, like he'll go over, like kick over a kobold body, flip it over, look at it, like write something down on a piece of paper, go over, flip over another one, do the same thing. And as he's doing this, he looks back at the two of you and says, "So just decided, like, come up here, kill this one, move on with your life, or what's the plan here?"
Oh, we're gonna.
Well, it got complicated to where we'll eventually get to all the cults, but this one apparently had some personal business with some of the party members, killed an entire goblin village, even though it was a goblin. So, just casual business.
All right. Hey, don't matter to make a big difference to me.
Found it.
It works. Yeah, I found it. Trying to add the.
God damn it.
So you see that he goes through this this process of cataloging everything that is here. In the end, he writes down in a book, and then he kind of looks up at you, says this kind of like puts you ahead, on your it's kind of like puts you ahead on most of your sacrifices for the next couple weeks, right?
Yeah, well,
You could still, kill shit and sacrifice it to you, yeah?
I ain't saying that you can't.
rather have the debt paid in full and
There we go.
interest than you come back and collect my soul within the next while.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, I'm just kind of pointing out, you're not really, I'm not going to be bugging you for a little bit, but keep in mind, these cults around here are causing us some trouble, and I might have a lead on something big coming up, so I'll be in touch with that.
And whether you contact
Sounds good.
whether you
So
contact
do I get anything
myself or you
special for all
contact
this?
you.
All right. Well, you have to help me load them onto the boat. And you see that as he says this, a large spectral boat. I don't have a token for this, but a large spectral boat kind of appears out of nowhere next to all of these bodies. You know, it's like it's got a giant mast, and there's all these like, you know, seats on it and everything. So he says, "All right, I'm gonna get the souls. You two get the bodies."
Do we normally have
Do we
goons to
see-
do this?
What do we see? Like the other players? Sorry.
If anybody else is up there during this, you do see the old man that you guys saw back after rescuing the ale and the soldiers from the lizard folk. The same guy that gave you the magical wagons. But you guys see this like large spectral ghost ship just appear, and as he's telling me and you this, you see spirits rising up out of the bodies of all these kobolds. You see a large, and they kind of look mostly wispy, but you see a draconic figure rising out of Cryovane's body. And Karen goes over to him, goes over to that one, and you see that he puts his hand on it, and it shrinks down into a considerably smaller state, and puts it in like a little ghost cage, and hangs that off of the mast on his ship.
You might want to speed that up with the Souls boss, because the last person we killed that was part of Tiamat's thing, Tiamat ended up claiming their soul.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm right now, you know, we're on my time. You know, Tiamat, yeah, she's a pain in the ass, but you know what? God of Dragons does not outrank God of Death, so but yeah, I just want to keep I want to keep this little rambunctious piece of shit you know, contained. And you see that he walks over to Vic's body and kind of like gives him a kick. Says looks over at me and you and says, "And this one, where's it?"
That was my fault. I used the power you gave me to go ahead and allow it to say its last goodbyes.
Gotcha. All right.
So it's probably currently waiting in line to do the paperwork.
All right. Well, I'll have to track that one down. What was the name?
Wasn't Vic. What was the other name?
It's my name.
Lucas.
Oh.
Lucas.
I forgot for a brief moment.
It's a weird
Listen,
name. I never heard of it.
Yep.
Any
Try my
creature
name.
that we end up killing, I just think of Marcus now, so it's fine.
Oh God.
Lucas was the soul's name
The original soul.
Okay.
before it was corrupted by all of that.
All right. Well, okay. So, all right. He kind of cracks his back as you see all the souls get on the boat. All the bodies are now loaded onto the boat. And he looks back at you and says, all right. All right. So, like I said, you're kind of ahead on quota. I didn't really, you know, I wasn't really holding out anything right now that you were particularly looking for. So, what do you want?
That is a great question.
Holy shit! You go to your boss saying, "Hey, I did a great job," and you know, don't even know what you're bugging about.
No.
Insurance.
All right. Yeah, I see that stammering Sally is back. So, you know, I'll do what I did the last time.
Before you go, I'll take 2 of your special skull tokens.
He looks over at you and says, "I'll give you 1 because I gotta go and track down the one that you took out of this."
That's fair.
No.
All right.
If it's allowed that Iluna is up there at some point because they spent forever, and
Well,
she'd
yeah.
be curious. She'd probably be like, reach out to Selune, Sehene, yeah, the moon goddesses.
Uh-huh. What do you want?
See if they'll come talk with me.
You just want them to come talk with you?
They did before.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
sure they're kind of out there like gallivanting around the cosmos, you know, going to whatever fancy parties they like, because some people don't have jobs. As you see, like, as he's saying this, he's like, you know, chucking a body onto this ethereal boat.
While he's doing that, me is climbing up onto the ethereal boat to see if I is anywhere around.
As you do this, you climb up on top, and you turn around as you're looking there, and you see moving one of the bodies is your old goblin captain.
Aarakocra captain.
Sorry, Aarakocra.
Well, did you find him yet, me?
Oh, well, I did. He's here.
Is he
Looks like
dead or
you're finally
alive?
doing the work of us laborers. He goes ahead and pokes a jab at I.
You hear this? What the hell? Oh, holy shit! What the fuck are you doing here? Is this your mess?
Oh, well, technically it's your mess. We wouldn't be in this situation if you didn't die.
Yeah, well,
Or
you know
sailed
what?
us directly into that ambush.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe if you would have done your job, killed the enemies that you know were trying to kill me, maybe I would be alive and I'd still be wearing that hat.
But me is still alive.
You know, I can't put up with either two of you, you know, much longer. As he gets this shit-eating grin. It's good to see you two.
We'll get you back, boss, one way or another.
Yeah, well, I got a good gig going on right here, you know. It's the big guy there is you know, teaching me the ropes, as it will. So, you know, I'm making it work for me. What were you saying, Hannah?
No, I was just wondering about. I guess I don't really know who their god is, so I wanted to try my scrying, but I was reading the details here. I don't think I can because I don't really know him.
Yeah, I mean he's scrying. He's just standing right in front of you.
You've
So
met him before.
you've met him. He is so basically Karen is the ferryman who moves the dead, you know, down the river Styx. He's basically a very powerful celestial being that is, you know, eternal. Like, he can't die because as long as there is death, he exists.
Oh, okay. And I didn't know how far, like, I didn't know if you just had us on the map or how far you were going to let us be, like, close to hear everything, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys can be up there if you want. I wasn't, you know, imposing anybody couldn't.
Okay.
But when Iluna asked this, he says, look, I'll see what I can do. I'll give him a call. You know, they might be interested to know that, you know, somebody's asking about them, you know, specifically.
I just thought I'd say something. I don't know how this god thing works. I didn't know if you could contact them at all.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just kind of one of those things, you know, I'll reach out to them. You know, I got their phone, I got their line. I got their phone number. You'll find out about that. Actually, no, it is canonical that Karen does have a phone.
Oh my.
I'm gonna call your manager.
Yeah. But he's like, yeah, I mean, I can call them. I'll tell them. What's your name?
Iluna.
All right. I'll,
They met me in a shrine not too far from here.
Gotcha.
Crap.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say something, I forgot.
Wow. You, he looks over at you, who's still standing there thinking about what he wants. And he goes, man, you're just all full of ideas and decisions, aren't you?
It's long day, long night.
All right. Well,
Can I get back to you?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, you get back to me. You send me a, you submit that requisition form, through Maggie. Not Maggie, Jesus Christ.
That's
I
like
thought he was
D&D.
dead too already.
Yeah, no, submit the requisition form through Margaret. She'll be, she'll get it to me. I guess I can at least do this. Oh, my back. For you.
No, I think she was gonna throw a comment about not understanding working gods, but they protect werewolves and stuff, or against that. Help the good ones.
Oh yeah.
thrive.
Oh yeah. That hyper-specific bullshit. I'm just a fairy, and I help the things that can turn into monsters, but the good ones. Yeah, you know what I do for a living? All right? I fucking haul these pieces of shit that die, every single one of you mortals. I'm the one who's hauling your ass to the fucking afterlife. All right, every single one of you. Do you know how thin that stretched me? Do you know what I'm missing right now because of this? But no, I figure out ways to manage my time. Not so I'm not gallivanting like some princess at a party who doesn't have time to do anything except for on the full moon. Yeah, what's that? Every 30 days kind of bullshit. What happens, when one of those goes missing up there, huh? What happens whenever those celestial bodies are gone? They just fuck off. They don't fucking care. But I'm out here every single being, every single entity, every planet, every universe. I'm there. They're just out there fucking around. All right, I'll get in touch with them. I'll let them know that they have something to do for once. That they have a responsibility. All right, I'm gonna do what I did for you twos the last time. He looks at everybody else here. He goes, so look, unless you have something minor, like reaching out to the party princess over here, I can't really do the same thing I'm going to do for these two. One, because, well, you'd have to sign a contract with me. And, hey, I'm willing to always take on some extra hands, but it's a bit of a commitment. And you know what? Right now, filling out paperwork's just not what I'm looking for. So, for the bodies, for you, I'm going to do what I did last time. You got a week. You got a week to use these. I'm gonna double your daily uses of spells. So be happy with that. If you have anything extra beyond that, again, you got a good month's worth of work here. So I'm gonna be nice. Here, take this. And you see he conjures up what appears to be a set of golden scales. And I don't mean scales as in like a dragon, but scales as
I
in
know what you mean.
Yes,
as in like an actual balancing scale.
Right. So, and you see that specifically these have the main body of the scale is a skeletal hand. That if anybody wants to roll a religion check, you can try and discern what this is.
16.
Yeah, I'm gonna say me and you know what this is. I'm gonna say anybody else.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah. I'll say the
Imagine.
DC I wasn't setting high. To know what, and I'm even gonna say that Albina would know what this is. But yeah, I'm gonna say even with if you get over a 10, this is the symbol of Kelemvor. Kelemvor is the Lord of the Dead, the Judge of the Damned, and the deity of death and grave. So he is going to hand this to you. And he's going to say, okay, so, all right, I'm borrowing this from someone because they owe me something. You got 5 uses out of it. All right. And when he hands it to you, so this is a physical representation of Kelemvor's boon, which is that once a day, you can cast either the Gentle Repose spell, which is it's a 2nd level spell that allows a dead creature or some other remains to be unaffected from decay and undeath. But it also allows you to cast Revivify once a day, and that is specifically that is a creature that has died within the last minute. So
How do you spell the god's name?
it is here. I got you.
Thank you.
Like Karen?
No, it's Kelemvor. I mean, it's technically, Karen is giving you this. But he's giving you Kelemvor's boon, and like I said, it has 5 uses.
Who's he giving it to?
He's giving that to you, or sorry, he's giving that to me. So as he's doing this, he kind of looks at the rest of you that are standing there. Says, all right, so I can't really say that I can offer you the same thing, but I can maybe answer a question, or if you want me to get in contact with somebody who's on the other side, I can make it happen, but it's got to be quick. As he's looking at Albina, Seftis, and Smith.
I was gonna be like, is Seftis even here? I haven't heard from him yet.
She'll be.
He's just being quiet at the moment.
Are you taking a nap?
Yes.
No questions.
I don't know if
Staring
Smith
at
would
the
want to
dawn.
try to reach out to his mentor and ask him what he should do next.
Do you want Karen to try and get you in touch with Elazer?
Last I talked to him, or last I saw him, it was like right before he exploded, right, and died.
The last time that you spoke with Elazer was a number of years ago. Whenever the general consensus was that he was doing an experiment in his lab, and the whole place was obliterated in a gout of fire.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to see if he can reach out to him, and kind of give me some words of advice.
So you see, whenever you ask this, Karen nods, says, "Okay, Elazer."
Sounds like Laser and Blazer.
See, he manifests a book, and he starts flipping through it. I don't have anyone here named that.
Oh,
Did not die.
oh,
When did he die?
Many years ago. Was it a few years ago, I guess?
Yeah, this was some time ago. I mean, I would, cause I know, yeah, Smith is at least 100 years old.
I'll just say I never saw him die, but I just assumed.
Yeah, you see he's looking through the book, and he goes, yeah, I got no death date on this guy. He's not in my book. How'd he die? Supposedly.
He was working on his life's work as what was it, plane and travel?
Yep. Wanting to assess the planes and travel. Opening his main goal was studying the ethereal plane, the abyssal sea, and the elemental planes of chaos. And you know that the last time that you spoke with him, he was talking about opening a window into the plane of fire.
Like, Luna would just be like, the words like Salivar would kind of spill out of her mouth. If she's overhearing this, which I'm leaning towards is the case, unless it's more private.
No, it wouldn't be private.
Because I feel like this is the first time Smith has talked about his mentor directly among
really
the group.
is, yeah.
And any...
He says, Karen looks at you and says, well, I mean, like I said, he's not in my book, so, whatever happened that day, he didn't die, and, as far as my book's right, which everyone who dies shows up in here, he's not dead. Where he is, I don't know. That's beyond my scope, but, you know, maybe you could talk to a diviner or something like that.
All right. Well, thank you for that information. That's very good to know.
Of course. He looks over at Albina and Cephtus. Says, well, either one of you got a question?
I'm just gonna kind of just back away. No, I'm okay.
All right. He will look at your shield, and just be like, by the way, love your God's work. It's grade A. Keeps me in business.
I'll just kind of nervously chuckle. Thanks.
Try not to make a gesture. She really likes Albina, so.
And Steve, is there anything that you would want to ask of Karen?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You want to learn about your mentor?
Not at the moment.
No, you're keeping that private too.
All right. So with that, you see that Karen looks around, says, "All right, well, I'm gonna be off. I got a lot of paperwork to do. So
oh, you know what? One second.
Yeah.
Can I check on a friend's brother? Would you have his...
that's so smart. If I'm thinking what you're saying.
Albina was thinking of herself, but then she was thinking of all the people dear to her. She doesn't really have anyone alive, so but she has Maggie's brother.
Who you
Matthias, is that his name?
Matthias.
Oh,
you know the last name too.
Matthias.
But it's like Matthias, and they have a last name, and I can't remember.
Dang it.
But...
Shincroc. I'll give you that.
Yes, I was gonna say something like Croc, but there was another part to it.
Oh, I got something.
Okay, hold on.
That's fine.
Man, that's some good thinking.
Albina, you know, as you see him starting to head up on his ship, you catch him in that moment, and you ask about Matthias Shincroc. And you see that he goes, oh, okay, yeah, hold on. Looks through his book. And then he looks over at me and you and says, "What is with your friends and asking about people that aren't dead?"
I
Ooh,
don't know.
nice.
He looks over at you, Albina, and goes, "I got no Matthias Shincroc. I got a
At this
listing
point,
for I got a listing for Gregor and Vivian. They were killed they were killed about a month and a half ago. One was killed by drowning, the other one's killed by an orc blade. If that sounds about right." But
Albina just
Probably.
she isn't herself at the moment as she hears him like say that, asking the question to me. She like runs over and just kind of like, "Can I grab a hold of him or no?" Is he like?
I mean, he's like
More-
semi-corporeal.
I go to like grab his. You're sure his name's not in there?
Yeah, it's not in here. I mean, yeah, no. And he turns it around, and you can see there's an entry. There's an entry on a day that was about 2 months ago. That shows for Gregor and Vivian Shincroc both dying on the same day. But there's no mention. He like flips through it to like other Shincrocs that were like years and years ago. But shows in there that there is nobody in there by the name of Matthias.
Thank you so much. And I just like kind of wander over to Iluna,
I'm sorry, out of game, who were we talking about again? Matthias?
Maggie's brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you guys found Maggie, you know, she was and I know when you guys found Maggie, she was, you know, transformed into a cow. When you guys went to Big Al's farm to check on him, you guys found Maggie's mother and father. Their bloated bodies were stuffed down a well, and they had those bands on them that transformed them. The one was that transformed into a pig. The other transformed into a chicken.
Iluna just remembered somebody she knows who's supposed to be dead. Her brother, the king's son, the dragon,
Also not
the
dead.
worm speaker who's supposed to be dead, but people claim is still alive. The one her brother her dad told her about. But that the DM doesn't want to say anything.
I mean, are you asking Karen this?
Yeah.
He looks at you and goes, "All right.
Jesus.
Well, all right. So, okay. You're already asking me to check in on, Fairy Princess up there. But, since the big boiler over here is, ain't looking for something, I guess I'll give you one more. What's his name?"
Say my name, say my name.
"No one is around you. Say, baby, I love you."
If you ain't playing games.
I think Stacy's looking through notes.
I don't know it, but she's not gonna forget her brother's name.
I mean, you're talking about her, like, the one claimed to be her brother, right?
Yeah, her half brother, the king's son, the one who isn't that who it is?
That's the people at the people at the council meeting in Neverwinter claimed claimed that the son of King Melindrock was rumored to be one of the worm speakers.
And he says he died.
Yes.
So, yeah. Melindrake's son.
King Melindrock, All right, King Melondrock.
Not the
Shit.
king, but his son.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the name of his son. You see that he pulls out another book.
I Luna would. I don't know why I have to like memorize every.
I mean, it's yeah. That seems like that would be in your notes somewhere.
It is, but I'm
It is.
finding them.
It is near in vain. It
This
is.
why all my notes are in shorthand, and then I forget what the shorthand is, but Lucas remembers for me.
That's right. It's. It is near in vain.
That's why I put my notes down there. That's not notable. I don't write it.
You see that he. You see he looks through his book. Yeah. Again, asking me about somebody that's not dead. I don't know.
I got one for you.
We were just testing you.
What? As he's loading up and getting ready to take off.
I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to say
What?
me other.
What do you want?
So I found out what I want.
Uh-huh.
It might be partially taken away from your job, but is there any way I could receive a soul to put it back into a body?
Huh?
There was a kobold.
Oh.
Would it be
He's-
possible if I could get the soul of a kobold named Skip so I can return him back to his body and back to his family?
When did he die? He pulls out the book. And he goes to the very last
day?
pages.
Less
A
than,
day or two ago?
no, if we didn't do our long rest, then less than a day.
Yeah, this has been like he goes, oh.
A few hours.
Yeah, a few hours ago.
If that.
All right. Let me do some math here. See, he brings out an abacus, and all the little pieces on it are skulls. As he's as it's floating in the air in front of him. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a bit. But I'm gonna be taking two things from you. One, you're gonna lose those 2 extra spells for the next week.
I'm
So
okay with that.
back to normality on that. And I'm gonna be taking that back too as he looks over at me. And you see that the scales of Kelimvor begin to melt.
Oh boy.
All right.
You kind
Me
of looks over
groans,
at
it
me.
goes. Me
You
And
starts
gotta look over
chuckles.
at me like, Sorry,
Yeah,
buddy.
he starts groaning and he goes, well then I better get something else that's at least worthy of all this goddamn work. And if you save my life, you can't hold that over me forever.
You got that
You've done that
coin.
already.
You got that coin.
You
Got
gave
it.
us 5 chances of revivify.
Yep,
Yeah,
I can
well,
no
you know
longer
what?
revive anybody, so if you guys die, that's on you.
That's the thing.
Wait, but
It's not on
it is
you,
on
damn
you.
it. Leave you out of it.
All right.
The one requesting it.
Do you have the body?
Yes, it is downstairs.
Bring it here.
All right.
Rip
I'm
it from
going to
his
go down and retrieve the body.
As you go down the stairs, you go into the small enclosure where the kobolds were. You see they kind of look up at you as as they are wrapping Skip's body up in these nice cloths that they have. Since you can speak Goblin, you hear the one say, "We will make a pyre for your son. He will live on in our
Is
spirits."
it goblin?
Yeah, or these are kobolds. I'm sorry, not goblin, draconic. Draconic,
Okay.
my apologies. You can speak draconic and goblin. I just saw goblin first.
While this is happening, me is grumbling Ty going, who the hell trained him? How did you raise him to be good? What the fuck is wrong with you? I thought we were all raised to take what we can, and leave nothing behind.
Who are you saying this to?
He's saying it to I.
Oh, you see, I
He's
just shrugs
ventured
his
to his
shoulder.
old captain.
You see, I shrugs his shoulders and says, "You know what? He's learning a valuable lesson. That one. You can only take so much if you're alive, and you're only as alive as long as you have somebody watching your back."
Yeah, well, I'm half dead, so what's your excuse for me?
Yeah, but you're half alive. You see Karen kind of like nudges your shoulder. What do you say to these kobolds as you step in there?
I am going to step in there and be like, in Draconic, like, I need to borrow Skip's body real quick. I will return him shortly. I want to make sure I praise him to my deity before I return him.
You see the kobolds kind of like give you this like weird look, and the mother's like, "Can you not do that here?"
It's got to be out in daylight. It's got to be out on the roof, closer to where Skip had passed.
Then I will bring him. You see that she stands, and some of the other kobolds stand with her. Okay. I'm assuming you lead them up to the roof?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys see a handful of kobolds, followed by you, start making their way up. And as soon as they come out onto the roof, you can see that they see the ghost ship there. Karen is kind of standing at the edge of it. And they kind of like scurry back a bit, and they're like, "What is going on? What is going on?"
It will be okay. I'm going to get your son back.
You can do that?
Zombie.
Yes.
You can bring him back? You can bring my Skip back?
Yes, I have sacrificed a lot in order to get this done for you.
You see tears running down her face as she is saying this.
Sacrificed my stuff too.
Be quiet, I tell him in Goblin.
Karen.
Oh, that wasn't me, because me doesn't know Draconic.
Okay.
You see Skip's mom very tentatively hands you this bundle in her arms. You can feel Skip's body in there, and even through some of the wrappings, you can see that the stuffed toy of Yip is also in there.
Like Aluna would stand near them.
Do you
present her?
Okay. Do you present the bundle to Karen?
Yes.
Okay. Karen takes the bundle, and he flips open to the page, and he goes, "Okay." Pulls on like a little pair of small glasses, some pisneses, and says, "All right. Okay, where is he? This one. All right." And he reaches up into the air, and you see that he plucks this light from nowhere. And you can see it's a very tiny, small little mote of light. And he looks around at everyone and says, "All right, this is gonna work a lot easier if we have some shared magics. All right. So those of you that want this to happen, come stand in a circle around the body."
Okay.
Me continues to
I'll go
grumble as
over.
he stays as far away from the circle as possible.
Albina's gonna nudge him with her elbow. Come on.
Oh, I've already done my good deed. And I got rewarded for it, and it got taken away.
He doesn't have magics, does he?
No.
The only magic I have is the skull token.
Well,
Well,
Luna
actually,
will come
that's not
over.
true. I can now do psychic damage with my words.
There, that'll represent the bundle there in the
Would you-
center.
All right, I'll move over there. 1 second.
Okay.
Yo, my shadowy self.
No, I'm staying over here with I. Fuck them.
Wait, why can't I load the thingy? You can move Albina there. Sorry.
That's fine. I got you. Smith and Seftis, are you guys heading over to join the circle?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we will say.
The one who wanted to kill you skipped from the beginning.
Yeah. Do you know who you're raising?
You're
for?
bringing back the little kobold.
Yeah, but he's got his dragon now, so he's happy.
You've settled down. Luna will hold
Okay,
her
okay.
pendant.
All right.
Actually, she would bring out
Me is
Nana.
kind of standing behind Karen or whatever. He'll provide what little magic he can, but he's still grumbling the entire time.
All right. In order for this to work, you see Karen licks his hand, and he looks at everyone. He licks both of his hands, and he holds one hand over to Seftis, one hand over to you. Y'all gotta lick your hands and hold hands with one another.
I will lick my hand with the sloppiest, wettest lick you have ever seen, and grab
Yeah.
Karen's hand.
I feel like Luna would be grosser than she typically would be because it's Skip. With the licking of it.
Come on. That's right. All of you. Lick your hands.
Me proceeds to just go ahead and cough up and sneeze directly into his hands, and he just places it on Karen's back on the back of the stick and
God.
everything.
Oh.
Here's all the magic for you. I made sure I coughed it all up.
As Hannah is so disgusted, she leaves the chat.
Yeah, she couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah, I'm
Wait.
the only one that has no form of magical abilities whatsoever.
So is this official D&D content, the ceremony with spitting?
Totally.
This is what Justin would do.
This is 100% what Justin would do. Hey, welcome back, Hannah.
No.
Sorry,
Justin.
yeah.
Well, maybe. I was like, Justin would have given me dragon boots.
I don't know what that means.
What did he do?
I don't know either. I asked him what he would give me, and he's like, dragon boots. I'm like, okay.
It
Yeah, I don't-
increases your body weight, so you're always dragging your feet
Dragging
on the
along.
ground. So
Yeah,
you're dragging your boots.
yeah.
Boots made out of dragon.
We'll see. We'll get Justin's input. All right. So does everyone partake? Does everyone lick their hand and hold out their hands to each other?
Yep.
I have no
Sneeze
tongue.
all of the
It's
snot
true,
on
you
my
don't.
hand, and I put on Karen's back.
Your hands and rub them together.
I feel like Smith is like really happy that he's standing next to Seftis for that reason. All right. See, everyone does that, and Karen just goes, "Oh man, that was the grossest thing ever," but that was really funny to watch. All right. So, all right. Yeah, no, we didn't have to do all this, but that was just really fun to watch you all lick your hands and like reach for each other. I got to get my jollies one way or the other. All right.
He says this, me continues just wiping his hands on his cloak, on the back of his cloak.
Yeah. You see that little mote of light that is floating up next to him. It begins to kind of float around as Karen goes down into it. Yeah, in there. It's right. Yeah, in there. I don't know. Yes, down. Okay, thank you. As you guys watch as he's saying this, you see the mote of light like floating around, just like slightly goes down, like comes up, goes down, and then finally it enters the bundle. And as it does, you see that there is a bit of movement to the bundle as it is kind of like shifting around, and you see like these like little bulges coming from the sides of it, as the mother kobold runs forward and begins tearing away at this cloth. And as she does, from inside, you see little Skip like comes out and just hey, oh, where am I? As he says in Draconic.
You're home, little buddy, just like I promised you.
Oh.
As he looks up, and you see that he like reaches out towards Mama Kobold there, and Draconic says, "Mama!" Like jumps up at her. You see that she lunges at him, embracing him. You see tears running down her face. As he's like doing this, he goes, "Wait, where's Yip?" And then looks down. You see the mom reaches down into the bundle of cloth, pulls up Yip, and you hear Skip go, "Ah, yes, Yip and Mama, everybody." And the two of them embrace in that moment. With that, Karen says, "All right, that was a lot. I have to get going. I got business to deal with. So I'll be in touch. And like I said, you get in touch with Margaret. She'll be we'll figure something out."
Where's Margaret located?
She's his secretary. So she
hold a bunker for?
For the now very minor item that you can receive for paying into the sacrifices so early. And with that, you see that the ship begins to take off from where it is, and
Me kind of tries to hide behind everybody as he takes off his hat in respect, waving to I as I leaves. He doesn't want them to see his weakness.
you see I standing there, and he gives you a salute, as you can see on his lips making the words "Captain."
You forgot the word pirate.
No! The rat comes out of the hat.
The rat comes out of the hat. What kind of rat? What pie?
Forgot I gotta roll that.
You gotta roll for that. You gotta roll for the pirate hat.
I have it here somewhere, so I can just roll. Thought we had it as a custom action. Yep,
You
there
do.
it is.
You do.
It is a 5. It's lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue. You see a rat appear from the hat with a slice of lemon meringue pie.
Sure, Eye's laughing his ass off now as he fades off into the ethereal.
Oh, yeah. You see the ghost ship just kind of like sailing off across the top of Ice Spire Peak, as Eye on the back is given that salute, and you see Karen helming the manning the helm.
I wonder, would Druid craft some flame in her hand to cleanse it because of the spitting?
Okay.
And then Druid craft some flowers and say kind words about family to the mama and Skip, and give Skip a hug.
You see that you see that she is just like embracing him, and she hears you and nods, and you see the other kobolds have kind of moved around to embrace her, and are like there is just like all this love and joy between them. You see one of the kobold reaches out and says, I will take those for her." I didn't hear what you said.
With the flowers.
Yeah. And the kobolds look at all of you, and they say, he looks at all of you and says, you have made us whole again. The loss of a young one is hardship for us kobolds. And in the wake of the tragedies that we have been suffering, having this young one back means everything to us. Thank you. We are forever in your debt.
I did promise that I would bring Skip home, so...
You did. And we thank you for that. We will fly that flag with pride.
Much appreciated.
And so with this, you see Mama Kobold stands up, and she says, let's get him out of the cold. As she takes him back downstairs, where those tents are. So with that, what do you guys want to do now? Do you guys want to do your long rest and get ready to pack it back out to Axholm?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
That's
Yeah.
all that is the majority of what I had planned for today.
Coolio.
As we're preparing for long rest, can I use scrying?
Sure.
Why are you crying?
What would you like to scry?
My old mentor.
Okay, hold on. I have to read something. Okay. So, as the evening is kind of waning down, Smith, you taking in what Karen said, I'm assuming you grab you pull out his journal from your pack.
Yes.
Okay. So you begin to cast scrying. You know, it's a ritual, if you will. It takes 10 minutes. What's that?
Real quick, do I have a focus worth at least 1,000 gold? Are we counting that?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You start to focus. I'm gonna say that you're focusing on your staff of fire. As that was something, the staff of fire was actually the item that, when you were on this journey to find more information about planar travel, it was the map that led you to the Trials of Mithantir that you received from that got you this staff of fire. And as you are using that, you create this orb of fire that you are peering into. And you have his journal with you. But as you are going to cast this, and as you are attempting to, you are peering into this void that that this circle of fire has created. And as you are putting every effort into this, you cannot connect and find a laser. But as this is finishing, roll me as you are attempting this, roll me an Arcana check. So, in the void that is created out of this circle of fire, you see a flick of flame. And that flame is very small. And then you see it grows and splits into 3. And then the spell fails. Now, I will say that you will know that you were not able to connect with him because he is not on the same plane of existence.
Mm.
Because if he was, you would have connected to him.
Gotcha. Interesting.
I was just gonna say it doesn't have to be in the same plane, but I didn't realize that would be what would cause it to fail as well. I just thought you couldn't do it at all.
Yeah, he spends the 10 minutes doing this, but as he is trying to connect with him, basically his magic is trying to connect across to the plane of, to the planes of chaos, or, to the abyssal sea, or wherever a laser may be, and it's not able to connect to him.
Let's go there next.
Let's head to the planes of chaos.
Oh.
So, do you do anything else beyond that, Smith?
Not right now.
Okay. Iluna. That night, that...
Oh,
wait, did we long rest yet? Because I wanted to do something before we did.
You can proc that you long rest. You're not going to have, like, any, unless you're casting a spell.
Well, I was going to do sending when I found that out about, Matthias.
Okay. Cool. We'll get to that in just a moment.
Yeah, I'll write it out. I'll count out my words.
No, I was gonna say, like, during that long rest, when I mentioned that she wanted to, like, sit or pray or whatever, after that she would do so.
Okay.
Right in that bridge outside.
On the bridge outside?
Yeah, either directly before or after, because everyone goes to bed.
Okay.
Or I would say after she finished sleeping or whatever. That's not.
Okay, cool. Give me just one moment. Because before we do this, I really have to pee. So I do apologize for, building this up, but I'll be right back. I just have to take a leak.
Take your time.
Should always be a potty.
So technically, I can use my 3 sendings to speak to Maggie before we long rest. This is excellent.
So.
My internet crashed, so I had to use my phone. And I was like, what's going on? My Discord kept disconnecting, but I think I'm okay now. For some reason, I can't have the stream and the other stuff all open at the same time, or my internet lags horribly. It stinks.
What you typing there, Hannah?
My 25 words of sending.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh man, this stinks that we have no idea where Matthias is. I don't know what to say to her. Oh, you're on. I can't hear you, Stace.
Sorry, I was about to do that, and then I forgot what I was doing.
So far I have, hey Maggie, it's Albina. Can't explain, but Matthias is alive. And I was going to put, I don't know where he is, but he's alive.
Yeah, I think you just maybe you could call it a really strong rumor rather than who knows how Lucas is going to play out her response. But we're also heading back to Axholm soon, so who knows how she believes in gods or not.
Oh, we are heading back to Axholm?
That's the goal.
Okay, I
After a
thought we were
long
going
rest.
somewhere else for
Well,
some reason. Okay.
So far, that's where we're going. Who knows what plans we'll make between.
So I can just say Matthias is alive. I'll explain more in person. Let me count my words now. Not my letters. 25 letters.
This session is taking quite a turn.
I have 10 more words. Do you want 10 words you want to say to her?
It's freaking cold up here.
Iluna's shivering, but she says hi.
She's holding a little Drew craft of fire.
We all have icicles hanging from our nose. I put Iluna and I miss you.
That seems fair.
Bloom Crawler too.
Oh yes, Bulba. I think
Bulba, that's right.
we did save him, so there's that.
Oh, that's right. So let's fix this. We have Bulba. I don't know what to put. Let's see.
Well, that's like the last thing Iluna promised her, at least. I don't know what Albina said to her last, because I can't remember that, but...
Well, that's okay. Well, I was just going to communicate for the both of us, since that's kind of the only way we can all three communicate.
Yeah, no. I mean...
So how about I start it with... Bulba
Hey,
is
yo.
safe. Hey, yo. It's
yo.
It's Iluna and Albina.
Giggity giggity goo.
I don't think I would ever guess this chance to talk to God.
I know, this was great.
This on the fly thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do?
Is Bulba a girl?
I don't.
Okay.
don't recall.
He/she is safe.
I don't know how you gender up a plant anyhow.
There we go. I'm just going to put also great news about your brother. About Matthias. We'll explain more in person. Because I don't want to leave her hanging like, sorry, can't explain. I'm just going to put positive news.
Pretty sure that's like our main topic of conversation with her. By the way, we're still planning on going to help with your family. Remind her how she spent 10 years as a cow.
Poor thing.
Or at least something like that from childhood to teenagehood. And now she hangs out with were-rats. Nobody should be okay with that storyline.
Okay, there it is. I think I got just enough. I think I'm like 2 words short, or 2 words, yeah, less than what it can be. Oh, yeah, there we go.
All right. Sorry about that.
Nothing to be sorry about.
Whew. All right. Just gonna pull up right.
Oh, Lucas,
Mm-hmm.
would you let Hannah borrow one of your keyboards?
No, I bought this. It's Razer or what is it? The Chromata. I forget. It's one of them. Hold on, the box is right here. It is Ornata Chroma Razer.
Yeah,
It's
no.
great. It's beautiful.
Why do you
Because I was
ask?
typing my the letter, the quote unquote sending, and it was like.
Because it's loud.
There you go.
For what it's worth, Aaron, mine don't sound like that.
They used to.
No,
They sound cooler.
Mine don't sound like that.
Yours are
Mine
cooler,
sounds
I
like a
feel.
mechanical keyboard, but my headphones have sound canceling.
Well, my computer is set up to where my mic is literally right in front of, or my keyboard's right in front of the mic. Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
I just recently got a standing desk that moves up and down, so I kind of can't have it very much closer because of the height.
I gotcha. All right, 1 second. Let's figure something out here.
Did I just type something weird? No, it just told me I went to the next level. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I had to. One of the reasons why I had to step away was Kaylee texted me and was like, "Did your store close early?" And I'm like, "Not that I know of. Why?"
Oh.
She's like, "I just had a customer come in and say that your store closed early." I was like, "No." Not that I'm aware of. So I was like trying to call them.
Were the police involved?
No, I don't know. I don't know what the situation was. I tried calling them, but we're having all those issues with our phones. So like I can't even call the store to like ask them, you know, what's like, is there something going on?
Do you want me to casually roll past Walgreens and see if there's like a full-blown shootout or something?
No, it's quite all right.
I mean,
okay.
I wouldn't
drive
put it
a
past
small
these
red car.
patients here.
I have a red shirt on, and I will spray paint a target on me. Let's go.
I think it's quite all right. I texted the one guy that works. I texted Glenn. I texted the one guy that I would know is working tonight.
Tell Altman to look out his window.
Yeah.
Didn't you say?
Oh, does he live nearby?
Yeah, he can see his store from his place. For the morning shift though, not for the night.
Yeah, but maybe they switched somebody from night to morning. And
They would
stay
not.
as open as they could.
No, they would not do that.
Maybe customer just.
There's many things they do that don't make sense.
I guarantee
that makes too much sense.
I guarantee if anything, it is the fact that I guarantee what happened is somebody didn't like the fact that my store is cash only right now. And they're probably like, you know, it's like, or the pharmacy at my store right now on a Sunday is closed. So
this is an outrage. I'm gonna throw a massive fit and proceed to punch the pharmacy window.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm serious. Things like this don't surprise me anymore.
Yeah, ain't that the
They
truth?
let-
I've worked in customer
Probably the
service
far-
long enough
They
to
shouldn't
know.
let those pharmacy people have breaks.
We should be allowed to have tasers. That's all I say.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm ready to carry a
being
taser
somebody
on
who
me and
works in
say,
the
"Listen,
restaurant
buddy,
business,
back away."
and I had to get into a full-blown argument with a customer that was trying to tell me that the grilled chicken was raw, even though they had it added to their salad, which has beets. Now, can anyone tell me
Oh.
what beets does to anything that it touches?
It
Oh,
dyes
that's
them.
right. It turns it pink.
Turns everything pink.
Beets are wonderful.
Beats are wonderful. Yeah, no,
I'm gonna beat a customer.
I 100% stand by that. Beats are amazing.
But I know the struggles of customer service.
Yeah. Don't
Whoever
get
came up
between
with the
patients
idea
and their meds.
is the customer is always right is an idiot in themselves. The customer doesn't know what the hell they're doing. We barely know what we're doing, and we're the employees.
The customer's not always right. We had a police escort someone out last night.
Yeah. You know, the phrase "the customer is always right" came from the fact
Karen.
that, well,
Yeah.
it came from food service of the idea being that if a customer wants to make an alteration to a dish, that was what it was in reference to. It's like, but even in that case, there's a lot of places that won't let you do that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it came from fashion, where like if they wanted to order gaudy clothes from a
Nope, it came from
they
food
could order
service.
whatever
And that's
they
like the
wanted.
best part too. Because some things are already pre-made and people will be like, oh, I want this, this, and this removed. Well, we can't do that.
You
well,
can
why
remove it
not?
yourself.
Because we prepped it at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
this morning
Just so
to
weird.
serve you, who is our 35th person ordering the same exact thing but want it different.
Yeah, I would just say,
never-
oh, okay, I'll choose something else. No worries.
Yeah, I never question the why not. If they say they can't pull something out, then
Oh my
I believe you.
God.
And that's
It's,
something else.
Just put on an apron. Get back here. You can work for the day. That's what I tell them. Put
All
on a
right.
hairnet too.
All right, maybe we'll get an update about if the store is closed or not before the end of the episode. Who knows? But what we are going to address now is Iluna. So Iluna, as the night is going on, the kobolds that are still remaining, there's about a dozen of them here. They are celebrating over the return of Skip to them, as you can see that like Skip is very confused as he doesn't know what happened, as his young infantile mind has yet to catch up with the fact that for some amount of time he was in fact dead. And there is a bit from maybe me and you who believes that that might be a blessing that Karen gave him, as I would say me and you would understand the mind-racking danger that comes with reviving somebody who is dead, as their spirit is ripped from their body and then returned, can have a large psychological effect on them, as is demonstrated with me and just his everyday being.
Yeah, look, he used to be a good person. Now look at him.
He's only half
Right.
good.
He's only half good.
As a player, was worried about.
But I would say me and you would recognize that there isn't that there with Skip, that that trauma appears to be lifted from him.
That's good.
As the group begins to rest for the night, the Smith is attempting his rituals. I imagine, Albina is messaging out to Maggie, which we will address in a moment. Iluna, you are down here on this bridge between the two structures, between the holding entrance to Icespire Hold and the hold itself. And as you're sitting there, you see the night comes and the moon is rising high over the mountains until it is bright above, the full moon cresting over top. Are you doing anything specific as part of this trance, this meditation? What are you doing in this moment?
She'd probably be holding her pendant, and in my mind, like releasing all these emotions. So if you want to call it like crying or something, maybe she knows some elven vague chant or whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, releasing the emotions of everything that's brought her here now.
And I imagine you have anime with you.
Yeah. And I don't know, I guess at first she would make sure her moon bow got recharged. And
Sure. Yeah.
more contemplative, not necessarily saying anything, thinking about her time in the Feywild, which she believes actually happened and seemed really real. So
Okay.
I don't know, remembering how she learned who her dad is and how he apparently travels there too.
How he did what?
To the Feywild. He has the matching pendant.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you made that up.
Yeah. I didn't hear what you said.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of cut out when you were talking.
Yeah, I thought you said that
Okay.
he trapped people there too, and I was like, trapped who?
yeah.
Where? What is King
It was like
Melendrock doing
trap.
that I'm unaware of? Like, this is fascinating.
He tried traveling there, I
Yes.
guess, regularly in his long life since Ailu knows he knew of her existence, I guess. So yeah. She doesn't know about religious prayers much, but she probably knows some from her own clan at some point. But no, I don't have anything specific.
Okay. So as you are spending your time there, you have the light of the full moon over top of you. Anime is with you. I imagine maybe perched on your arm or, perched on the bridge, the banister going across the bridge. And as you are feeling these emotions, you notice something about Anime. You start to notice that her feathers are shifting in color. She does have a bit of a rainbow appearance, but her colors match the intensity of your Eladrin colorage. You see Anime's feathers begin to cycle through the colors that you two share: the green, the blue, the orange, the red, and just this like flow. And you realize in that moment that your color, your Eladrin essence is shifting wildly as you are experiencing all these emotions and kind of just letting yourself be in this moment, and allowing yourself to feel these emotions in their full intensity. But as you're focusing on this, the surroundings around you kind of start to like fade a bit in the distance as these emotions are taking you over a bit. And when you start to calm, you see the colors on Anime and yourself begin to slow back to the red of the summer energy that you were feeling in the beginning. You realize that all around you is now almost like a void. You're still standing on this bridge. You can still feel it under your feet. There is still the chill in the air. And as you look back to your left, you can see what almost appears to be a white light. There's a bit of a chill that comes from that direction. But to your right, you feel a warmth. You feel a sense of summoning. there is a light that direction that is of varied hues of cool colors of blues and purples. Do you move from where you are?
There's no form.
There is no form. You are essentially in a black void standing on this bridge. There is a cool, there's almost like a chill and a white light to, like on here it would have been this, this way. It would have been in the west. But there is a warmer feeling to the right. You see this like purplish blue light, and there's almost a sense of calling to you, as if you are being drawn that way.
I suppose she'd tentatively, but she'd probably call out.
As you go to call,
goddesses.
As you go to speak, there is nothing that leaves your mouth.
You what?
Yeah. You go to call, but there is nothing.
Well, they have a slight panic and see if she could telepathically connect to Anime at least.
You connect to Anime. As Anime is looking at you, she says, "I think we are meant to go that way," as she looks off to where the blue and purple light is.
She would head that way. She would stop if she couldn't call out. But she'll try and trust the connection with her bird then.
All right.
Walk towards the
So
light.
as
That's
you,
a nice phrase.
I know.
That's what they say to do when you die.
So as you walk across this bridge, and you draw closer to that light, you eventually see before you, almost like a ripple in space in front of you, this bright blue and purple light, that as you step through, you step into that Feywild scene that you have been to once before.
That's wallpaper.
And standing in the middle, you see a familiar figure that you recognize as the last time that you were here, Sahanine Moonbow.
I could not remember how to pronounce that. Well, if you try to speak now, again,
what do you say?
She would just say her name, Sahanine.
She smiles and says, "Greetings, child. It is good to see you again."
It is good to see you again. I'm surprised, though. I mean, I know what I asked for, but it just seemed like a wish.
Well, you have been keeping my trusty bow in well condition. Tonight is the night that I am strongest over the lands of Faerun and Toril. I figured it would have been a nice moment to bring you together.
Should be trying to keep it together and not like break down. Not the bow herself.
Do you step closer?
Yeah, slowly. I would imagine she would walk slowly over while she's talking and taking it all in.
As you go ahead.
With an air that she would try to embrace her, but wouldn't know if that's the appropriate thing to do. I mean, gods and all.
I mean, if you wish to embrace her, you can.
Probably give her a hug. And
Okay,
just
she reciprocates.
It's just been so hard. It's so tough.
I know, my child. It is not an easy road that you walk. The life that you have chosen is one of hardship and strife, but it is one of good. There is plenty of good that will come out of it in the end, and that is what you have to hold on to.
It's all I hold on to. When I put out my wish, I will say, like, a little out of game. One of the reasons I was hoping to reach out to her goddess has already been taken care of, was Skip,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't know about. I mean, there's zombies and stuff, so anyhow, she would she would relay something like that. That there are good things. I think that child coming back is one.
Yes, Karen told me of his deed, and I told him that what I do with my time is my own business, but he informed me that you were looking to speak with me, and I understand that he has accomplished that, and to that I am grateful to him. His powers are vast.
Yeah, hopefully, Will Skip will be okay. I'm not even sure why I wanted to contact you.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. You are here. You are safe, and you will not be alone much longer. As you see the ripples on the northern pool, or ripples begin to form on the northern pool of water, and stepping out of it as almost like an ethereal figure, you see King Melendrock as he is holding on to his pendant. And as you see him, he is almost looking as if he's looking past Sahanin to you, as you realize in that moment that Sahanin is no longer there.
Oh, I was going to say she would probably quickly drop any embrace or nearness from her and move towards him. I think she's just trying to believe her eyes, which is all she has to go on.
You see King Melendrock, when he sees you standing there, says, "My daughter, I had the greatest of hopes that you would be here this eve."
I put out a wish I'd had.
You must have.
Well, I'm here now.
Yes. You are here now. That is what matters. As he almost timidly looks over towards the other pool that lies to the south of his. And he sort of pauses, says, "It would have been nice if we were all here."
Actually, she would look the same thing.
Do you look over at that pool of water?
Yeah, if that's the one where she knows
yeah.
some things.
You you look over at that pool and you can see within the ripples you can see your mother, Mia. She is currently sitting around a large circle of other elves. There is a fire that is built up in the middle of all of them. They have all these druidic and ritualistic effigies depicting the moon and flowers and general, like, natural things. And you can see that she is leading some ritual in praise of the moon.
I'd imagine it'd be something Iluna would recognize.
something that is very familiar to you, taking you back to your roots. This was something that you would have done every full moon.
Maybe from the sidelines.
Sure.
But
You see the king walks up. He stares down in and says, "Still the most beautiful elf I have ever laid my eyes upon."
I think Iluna would reach into the pond just with a "I miss you, but I'm glad you're all still here" type of.
As you do,
I mean, she's not trying to like dive in and
yeah.
like, get on the other side or whatever, but just.
As you do, you see the ripples kind of extend from where you touch the water. The image kind of warbles with the ripples, and as this happens, you see that your mother, who is in the middle of this ritual, she kind of looks up, looks around, pauses, and you see that one of the other elves, one of the other nursemaids that, or one of the other, elves that you would recognize from your childhood, she comes over and she looks at Mia, and you can read the words on her mouth, or "Is everything okay?" And you see Mia, moves her mouth. You can read on her lips. She says, "I felt something. I don't know what, but I felt something." And
if she can read the lips, she would respond. Well, not respond to that, but hold her pendant and maybe press a little harder and just say that I am here.
roll me an Arcana check.
Trying to. I guess more to confirm that she did feel something, not necessarily to have her come over. Ghana. Ooh. Not too bad.
You do this, and you see King Melendrock. He does the same. He reaches for his pendant and holds his hand down on the water, and he says, "Maybe the two of us can reach her." And you say this, and as it does, you see the pendant around Mia's neck glows a little, and this other elf points that out, and Mia looks down, and she looks up at the moon, and she holds the pendant, and you see that she holds it close to her chest, as a tear rolls down her cheek, and a smile comes to her face, and you hear the words kind of all around you. You hear the words, "I feel you." And then you see that
there'd probably be a tear in her cheek too.
And then you see, she looks up at the moon, and she continues on with her ritual.
Yeah, I think Iluna would just whisper like, "I miss you," and she doesn't typically miss her. I mean,
yeah,
she's been traveling for decades because elves live forever. It's technically a short amount of time, but it isn't.
Yeah. And so with that, King Melendrock looks back at you and says, "It is such a shame that our time here is so short. But we must be going back."
God.
"It was good seeing you, daughter."
It was good seeing you. I've got a quest to attend to.
"Yes. The council will be convening soon. Some of us have spoken, but we have some information. We must verify it. It will probably take us a few weeks to gather that information, but we will be reaching out to you. You still have the mark of the council, correct?"
Sure, I don't know what he means.
The thing that gave you the
thing?
yeah. It was the medallions that gave you the like the Harper's knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her skill with disguising Kit, but she never uses it. um, yeah, maybe we'll get up there sooner rather than later. The folks of Phandalin have been through a lot, and we'll have a new home soon.
Yeah. That is good to hear. As always, daughter, I miss you greatly, and well, I know that you have dangerous journeys on your path. I wish we had more time together. Fortunately, we have business to attend to, as is our lives.
We have. She would reach to embrace him.
Okay, yeah.
And when close to his ear, whisper, "He is alive?" And probably say his first name, but I've forgotten the brother.
Near in vain.
Ugh. and then quickly, like, pull away from the embrace and turn to leave because she doesn't want to talk about it. That's for him to know. And
as you are saying this, and you turn to walk away, you see the king kind of pauses where he was, and as you are walking away, you hear him say, "I know." And then he steps ethereally into the pool, walking as if he was walking across the water.
I feel like she would know it's time to get back. However,
okay. Yeah, you head back to the pool that you had came from, and as you get there, you see this shimmering light in front of you. As you step onto the water, you're able to walk across it, and that brings you back to the bridge that you had initially walked off of. As Iggy comes up, you hear a voice as you're walking across this bridge back to that white space, and you hear Iggy's voice kind of calling out and goes, "Hey, Luna! Hey, you there?" Like, he's like snapping up in your face as you finally come to and you see him standing there. Hey, you all right?
Yeah.
All right. Good. I was going over to get some sleep, and I saw you out here, and it's like a little cold, so I wanted to make sure you weren't just like hanging out here all night, but you were kind of like in one of those moments you have.
I had a moment. Iggy was with us when the whole other thing.
Yep.
Yeah, she would reference that, but as briefly and politely as possible.
Gotcha. All right, well, yeah, like I said, I was just making sure that you was all right.
I'm calmer. I have better focus.
Gotcha. All right.
For the good things.
Ain't that the truth? Well, I'm going to be happy with a warm blanket, so I'm going to go get some shut-eye. And so with that, we will move on to the morning of the next day. Oh, no, sorry. No, my apologies. We have to address the message. Hannah.
Yes.
You send Maggie the message that says, "Hey Maggie, it's Albina. We found Bulba and Bulba's safe, and positive news about Matthias. Tell you more when we meet. Miss you." You get a message back that says, That's wonderful news. I can't wait to hear it. Is he alive? Is he safe? I will see you when you are here. And then the message is gone.
Okay, and then I would just send her one more. Yes, it's a lot of good news. I'll give you details when I see you. Good night.
You get a very short message back. Says, I'll see you when I see you. Good night. All right. So, the next morning, you all awake. The kobolds are starting to get the place cleaned up a bit here around Icespire Hold. You can see the one is beginning to put together that flag that you had requested. Still in the process of getting all the pieces together and, managing everything, but it is slowly coming together. Does anybody want to do anything before you guys leave and start to make your trek back?
Yep.
What's up?
Well, I just want to make sure I get to collect my things, but I guess Iluna's intrigued about this symbol that they're trying to create, and what you made a sketch of it or something.
For
For the
what? The
flag?
pirate flag?
The flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of drew it on the ground because he didn't have a whole lot of paper.
Oh,
So he
Iluna
used the
has
rock
paper.
and just kind of like etched it.
Is
Because
that what it
paper's
say?
kind of valuable.
Is it? I don't know. In my mind, it's
Oh.
Iluna has 10 sheets of it and a journal. So I guess I'm seeing it from a different perspective. Anyhow.
I don't even know if I saved that original image. Because what I'm trying to look up. Oh, there it is.
I guess Iluna would try and sketch it, but not to make it her own, just to know what it looks like, I guess. But she thinks this is like a really honorable thing that he's suggested, but not trying to take it.
It is that there. I
From
put
him, I
it in
guess.
the chat. It basically resembles one of Tiamat's dragon heads with two skulls or two crossbones underneath it.
But like part of her journal keeping, I guess, in this whole like
Sure.
note-taking thing I'm trying to do. Yeah, initially she would look for those mushrooms as
Okay.
from when we get started till out of the snow. I don't know how you want to work.
Well, it's gonna be about a day. It's gonna be at least 2 days for you guys to all get back to Axholm. But my question there is, are you guys going directly back to Axholm, or are you going to Umbridge Hill?
Yes, Umbridge Hill.
What's
That's
closer?
my vote.
Well, they're both about the same from the Forgotten Temple. The main thing is that Umbridge Hill is where you guys left those horses.
No, the horses are with us.
Oh, that's right. You guys did get the horses.
Oh, we left wagons. And
you left the
whatever
wagons
supplies
there.
the
Yes.
orcs stole, which is in my notes. I just didn't want to like commandeer the conversation.
we gotta go to Umbridge Hill and pick up the wagons and shit.
No, the only aside I was going to request already happened through the bridge. I was going to say to go to that temple, but
okay.
Yeah, what did
I'll say Umbridge so we can pick up the wagons, since the whole point is to get the wagons and whatnot and transfer people.
Our goal was rescue Bulba and get the wagons and kill the dragon.
Yeah.
I also
What happened?
I noted the wagons that might be at the
Forgotten Temple.
the oh, is that what that was called?
The
The
temple.
monastery?
Yeah.
Yeah, so both those places, but most definitely the Chill.
Yeah.
Hopefully no orcs came back.
All right. So you guys start to make your way back. Stacy, I'm going to say you will have a good 6 chances to roll for those mushrooms.
Okay.
I'll be right
and
back, Lucas.
Yeah, buddy.
like this particular area is not a place where she would naturally look for those other herbs. They wouldn't really.
The
grow with them.
only item that is available in the Arctic is the mushrooms.
So
I'll
6
help with the
chances.
mushrooms.
All right.
Those with advantage. I mean, I always have Soul Nasha. Wow, I remembered Bulba's name. Look what happened.
I know.
Pushed out the other one.
That's it. I find it funny you have a dead rat in your extras still. You still have Piper listed. I mean, that's just weird.
It's not weird.
I guess that's weird to me.
Man, if only I had Revivify.
No, that's within a minute. It's Ray's dead. Ray's dead is the one that you need. Yeah, so you would have advantage. Iluna, you would have advantage because you have Slonasha helping. Me, if you want to do this, you can make a nature check.
Oh, I was hoping you would say medicine.
Nope, it is a nature check. But you're not using them, so you don't have any herbalism tools. So yeah. But yeah, you can make nature checks. So each of you make 6 nature checks.
11.
You don't have to say them.
15, Soft 20.
I can read.
No, you can't. It's okay.
Tell it to roll 6 of them.
19.
All I care about is if you get over an 18.
How did I roll so poorly, too?
Well, if that's the case, then I've gotten 2 of them over 18.
Wait a minute. I wasn't rolling with my
I was saying,
advantage.
please don't tell me you're going to roll
Those
12
1 and
times.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
Though that's 1 roll. I'll do the rest.
What's that? You want me to roll 20 times? Okay. I'm going to sneak up on the herbs.
Yeah.
There we go. I got a 19.
Oh my goodness.
I love that.
Jared.
Yes.
Jared, do me a favor and roll me 2d4.
Whoops. Did that
2
last
and a
one roll
3.
as,
1,
roll as
2. That last one did not.
it was pretty high though.
Hunger Games author Suzanne Collins sent to the ER after attempting the 1-chip challenge.
Oh God. Stacy, roll me
weak.
5d4.
Oh, this happened on the 5th. This happened
No,
3
only-
days ago.
Nope, not 1d20. 5d4.
I was still doing my 6 checks. I think I had 1
2,
left.
3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, yeah, so 5d4.
What am I not? Don't I have 1 more check for the nature check?
Well, you rolled a 6 and a 9 on the first one, and then you got the 20 on your second one. You got the 18 on your third. You had the 22 on your fourth. You had the 20. Oh, yeah. So you have one more roll because you've done like a bunch of them just by themselves. Or wait, no. Wait, what did you do? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say because of the weird way that you rolled, I'm gonna say the 21 counts in line with that 14 because the 1 and 2 that you rolled was rolled together. So that would cover all of them.
5. Isn't that 5?
Nope. That's a 6 and a 9. So you rolled a 9, a 20, an 18, a 22, a 21, and a 6. That's all 6 of them.
And I need to do how many D4s?
You need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 of them. Because the one I thought was rolled with advantage, but it wasn't. So you need to roll 4 D4. All right, so between me and Iluna, you are able to harvest 14 of these mushrooms from the icy slopes.
So now I have 20.
Mm-hmm.
2, oh. That's so many. Maybe she can sell them. The thing is, I'm not planning on going in icy slopes for a long time, so
Yeah, it's
I'm
understandable.
working under the impression that like mushrooms preserve really well. They dry out.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not sitting here figuring out the decay rate of a mushroom, you know.
Cool. That makes them much simpler.
Yeah.
Just assume.
Yeah, if you dry out a couple of
That-
shrooms, we'll see your
that-
deity any time of the day.
Because I only need 2 of them for this potion, but they're hard to come by. So
Yep. Right now, you really need to just gather a bunch of hoof leaf. That's kind of where you're at.
Bless you.
Thanks.
I'm aiming at trying to make enough for 3 more potions. That's
Yep. Well, you need sleepweed pod and hoof leaf. So, all right. So the first day goes by uneventful as you guys are able to make your way back to the monastery. You are able to rest there for the evening as night has come by once again. And you guys said that you were heading over to Umbridge Hill first, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we said.
Yep. Okay.
While at the monastery,
Mm-hmm.
can I look for stuff to make healing kits? I don't know what that would be. So I've done this before, but they were like generic herbs or bandagey things or
I mean, you basically need to, roll to find a certain amount of herbs based on a dollar amount.
I didn't remember how you were working that out.
I don't necessarily have all the details, unfortunately, because I don't know where I put those. There we go. There's a forgotten monastery. Let me see. Here we go. A player can craft a healer's kit using a variety of commonly found natural materials. Such a process requires proficiency with and the use of an herbalism kit for the entire duration, with the cost of 2.5 gold in materials. A player may spend an hour. Yeah, so the gathering of supplies is not accounted for. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you'll need to spend. I'm gonna say that you'll need to spend at least an hour or two searching through the area in order to find the materials that you need. So I'll need 2 more nature checks from you.
So with advantage.
If you're having Slonasha help you, but this is more, less berries, more just general stuff, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying you get advantage. Okay, so I'm going to say that you are able to find enough materials to make 4 healers kits.
4 whole kits.
Yeah, you found about 10 gold worth of materials that are usable. A lot of it has to do with the fact that this monastery was, there was people that lived here and, harvested the area around for this stuff, so there is usable materials around here. Right. So,
Yeah, it would be up to me if he's willing to help make the kits, because he's the one with the proficiency, or at least however his changing of proficiencies work. But right now I have the materials. I'm
yeah.
dropping on my equipment.
Yeah, you can just add a custom item,
I try not to forget that they're there.
The thing is, keep in mind, is that while me can have proficiency with an herbalism kit, do you guys have an herbalism kit?
Yeah, we've done this before. I have an herbalism kit.
Do you?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure.
That's why I have my ghost bullshittery set to medicine, because I get that and the herbalism kit.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, because I was trying to look across the sheets and I didn't see it, but yeah, I see it now.
I know I don't.
I'm back.
I definitely should have one. That's how I did it.
I see it.
What'd I miss?
Nothing.
Okay.
No.
All right, so are you asking me to do that there at the monastery?
Would it be an hour per kit?
It's an hour per kit. Yeah, so that would be 4 hours in total.
That would be a bit much, I would imagine.
He would not get a rest. He would not get a long rest if that was the case.
But that's up to him. But making one right now would be helpful.
Okay.
So
I mean,
just
do you want me to go ahead and attempt it?
It's not really something you have to attempt. It's just something that you can do.
Yeah.
It's basically asking you to forego part of your long rest if you want to make all 4 of them.
Yeah,
now.
Right. It's 1 hour.
Not make all 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was more.
I would say you would be able to make 1 kit without suffering any ill effects of exhaustion.
All right, I'll make 1.
Okay. All right. So we'll continue on to the next morning, and you guys are heading over to Umbridge Hill, which is 5, 10, 15. About the same amount of miles, so... 1, 2. So, you guys march across these familiar grounds. As you guys are heading that way, I want everyone to roll me a perception check. As you guys are roughly about like 5 miles now. You figure about 5 miles from Umbridge Hill.
I do
Can
want
I
to
use
look
my
at
passive?
You can use your
Other-
passive.
those other herbs between, I don't know, now and getting to Axholm.
Okay, cool. Then Iluna, do not roll if you are searching for herbs. But just I would say just go ahead and roll the 6 nature checks for whatever you're looking for then. Albina, are you going to roll perception?
Yes.
Okay.
Just once.
Yeah, just once.
Okay. I was wrong. Thinking 6. Maybe because
No, yeah, that's 6 6 nature checks for Iluna. Honestly, it's so much easier for that stuff when you can roll in person. Just pick up like 60-20 and just drop them. But
That's if you had that many D20s.
bro,
Soft.
look who you're talking to.
I did
I
like
had that many too.
4
I
for
understand
Loose
you do, but not many other people would.
Aaron, I've tried counting how many D20s he has in the giant bag, and I stopped after 31, I want to say. Even then, he proceeded to say that's not just all in that bag.
Aaron.
Lucas.
He's gonna pull out every D20 now. Look what you've
Aaron.
done.
Oh, man.
Anna. And Lucas went dark.
Wait, what?
He
Am I
faded
missing-
into the darkness.
No. Hold on.
It's in the Feywild now.
I don't know why it's not pulling through that camera source. Oh, I know why. It's probably open somewhere on another OBS thing. Yeah, that's why. Here. All right. So you see this dice bag, Aaron?
Yeah.
In the middle. Huh?
Here we go. Look what you've done.
My favorite
I'm
is still that red
sorry,
and
everybody
silver
who is
metal
watching
one.
on the stream, that I have
Yeah.
accomplished for this.
I feel like it's still mostly just Lucas. Because he said it would be cool to roll a bunch of dice in person.
Here we go.
And
He
one of
started this.
them also fell.
I know, I was say one fell.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like there's
So
a
there you
D6
go.
in there.
There you go, Aaron.
D6.
This is not all of my D20s either. This is only the ones in the bag. I also have 3 sitting there and like 12 on the shelf.
That's it?
So yeah.
Lucky numbers, Lucas.
Yeah, okay.
What do you have,
Rookie.
Aaron?
So
You
many.
really don't want me to go try to find mine.
Not right now. You can send me a video later.
A video.
Ooh.
See,
I
I
want
keep,
to see a dice video.
see, I strangely enough keep my
ASMR dice.
my dice in the glove box of my car because we used to play in person.
I do.
I
I
only
do
have
still.
like 8 D20s. I'm a rookie.
No.
I
I
do
only
still
have a
keep a set
tiny
of dice in
jar
my
of
car.
dice. This is all
I
I
got
of my
still-
actual
dice.
playing cards in my car.
And I feel like a jerk because I still have your birthday dice in my house, Stacy.
Oh, look, my
for 2
birthday's coming
years.
up again. It's
I-
okay.
I know. I know,
I
but
have
it's
my
been 2
Mimic
years that
bag
I've
with
been
my
meaning to
dice in
give
my
them
car.
to you.
And in the one side cup holder along the door, I have the Bluffineer game that Lucas gave
Oh.
me
Yeah.
a good while.
Yeah, the Bluffinair game that's also up on my shelf too.
And,
So,
and my
we doing
my
this?
my dragon
party?
dice that
There you go.
from that
Shiny ass dice.
Christmas exchange thing.
All that I care about is I have an Angemon Digimon card that
Don't
my
they have
nephew
a
gave me.
Digimon card? What?
Yeah, my nephew gave it to me.
This is
He
a
knows
good
I like
distraction.
Angemon.
Oh, is that the Blackberry
Hello.
Canada Dry that you have?
This? Yeah,
Yes.
blackberry ginger ale.
I love that
It's
one.
really good. Kaylee likes it. She doesn't normally like ginger ale.
I don't like ginger ale either, but that seems nice.
She really likes that.
Yeah, the
Okay,
holiday
so
edition.
I'm supposed to roll some dice.
you are. You're supposed to roll 6 nature checks with advantage.
And my perception finally came through. It was a soft.
Yeah, soft 20. Kudos on that.
Wait, who's doing nature checks? Oh.
Just Stacy.
Me. I mean, if me wants to help, but then he can't do perception checks.
Nope, he
Right.
did his perception. Me did his very strong perception. But he saw nothing.
Oh, poor thing.
Okay, I did 4.
Okay.
Depending on how well I was looking and finding Harlethorn.
That was for
Unless you're gonna
Harlethorn?
Or what do I need the most of?
You need more Hoofleaf than anything.
Hoofleaf. Oh my goodness.
All right, so if that's for
Somehow
Hoofleaf,
it
you
was
found
others.
2. Again, you have to roll an 18 or higher.
Okay, I'm gonna just look for more Hoofleaf. Roll 2 more.
Okay. All right, you're able to find 4 clusters. So go ahead and roll 4d10.
Oh my goodness.
All right, there you go. You got 34 Hoofleaf.
I definitely should have done that differently.
So it's a total of 34, 43. There you go.
43. And that's how old I'm gonna be. 'Cause
All right,
I'm
so
ancient.
while you are out looking for these, the rest of you are marching along. Me and Albina, and I'm also, me, Albina, and Smith. The 3 of you notice something strange in the area. As you're getting closer to Umbridge Hill, you're noticing that there is a lot of footprints in the ground. More than you would anticipate there being in this area. Now, you guys remember whenever you were traveling from Phandalin down to Axholm, you guys noticed that there was a lot of there was a lot of signs of traffic through that area. But when you guys were, after leaving Axholm, going up to Umbridge Hill and then going to the monastery, you did not see this amount of traffic through this area. And specifically, I'm going to say Albina recognizes these, these marks in the ground as orcish, and also as if this was a war band marching across the ground. The way that it is kind of in a, the way that the footprints are kind of like heel toe and like marching along.
Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of our actions.
Kill them all.
Albina's gonna just like raise her hand up and just signal like, slow down everybody and keep an eye out, and whisper to them and kind of just let them know, looks like we have some orcs on our hands, you guys.
Yeah, as you guys all look at the marks on the ground, you can see what she's pointing out. You see these orcish kind of rough footprints that are is that going to change? Okay. That are marching, and it doesn't take long to realize that the direction that they are marching is from somewhere north of where you are towards Axholm.
The ones where we are.
Oh, nice. Because we slaughtered their entire village. Now they're going to slaughter ours.
I am going to use sending and get a hold of Lenine.
Get a hold of Lenine. Interesting. Okay.
Seems the best.
Isn't
choice.
Lenine the...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's the
yeah.
right one.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
And just say, Lenine, we're at Umbridge, correct?
You guys aren't even at Umbridge Hill yet. You're still maybe about 5 miles from there.
Okay.
If you were to turn now, you guys have basically walked for about 10 miles so far. So you've been marching for a little over like 3 hours. If you were to turn heel or turn toe and start making your way towards Axholm, you would get there in about another 3 hours.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. I'm trying to think 25, sorry. First, let me use a spell slot first real quick before I forget to do that. Okay. Lenine, it's Sabina. We are near Umbridge Hill. There are lots of orc tracks heading your way. Possibly an army. Can you take cover?
No.
Thanks, Aaron.
No.
I got you.
Where'd all these orcs come from? We killed their strongest ones.
A message comes back. We haven't heard from the scouts. If that's the case, we will barricade. We will do what we can. If you are near, and this is true, we could use your help.
Let me see how many uses. All right, I'll do one more sending back because I don't want to just be like, okay, there's some people coming. I'll talk to the team. We'll head your way. Do you mind if I use scrying on you in the meantime?
A moment goes by, and you hear her say, whatever you have to do to help us, I will allow it.
Now, just to double check, the scrying it only lasts for 10 minutes, correct?
Correct.
So, pick your time wisely, I guess.
Yeah, so... I'm not sure when I'm going to use the scrying, but
Okay.
I just wanted to get her permission.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to the group. Hey, you guys, Lenine says she and the group can barricade away, but they're going to need us. Crickets chirping.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at my new features and see if it makes sense to do one of them now. I was trying to figure out.
Me is fully
Wow.
prepared to go fuck up some orcs again. He's so ready to get another cursed item to make the entire party hate him.
Yeah,
Hey, Smith. Is your scrying the same as my scrying?
It is.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Stace.
No, I was trying to figure out this. The tireless, I can. If I did it now, I would just get extra HP.
Mm.
Or do I have to do it in combat only?
What do you mean?
So, as an action, you can give yourself a number of temporary HP, 1d8 plus wisdom. You can use this action a number of times, so I get 4 per long rest.
Right.
But it doesn't. Could I do them like all 4 right before?
No,
Is
it's you're using an action to give yourself 1d8 plus 2 temporary hit points with that use. You cannot use all of them at one time because it does not say like use a charge to give yourself like, you know, use a number of charges. It is that you're using an action to use that feature. Temporary hit points also don't stack. So
Oh.
yeah, temporary hit
what?
points don't stack. So like
Okay, then how do they?
so if, for example, if you use that right now, I'm just going to roll a d8 on your character sheet real quick. If
Yeah.
you were to use that right now, I rolled a 5, so you would gain 7 temporary hit points. If you were to use that again right now, and you roll a 3 plus 2, that's 5, you're not getting a total of 12. You have whatever the highest amount of temporary hit points from any given source. So
Okay.
if somebody
I forgot that
used
didn't stack.
right,
That's
so
all.
like if somebody used something that would give you 10, that would just override your 7.
Right. If I did them now, I couldn't roll again in combat or any other point.
You
until I
could.
got
You-
rid of those
No,
temporary. hit
you
points.
could. It's just you're overwriting them.
What? Oh, what? Like if it was super low?
Yeah, like if you
Okay.
roll right now and you get a
I thought
1,
1.
right, if you get a 1, you're going to have 3 temporary hit points. If you roll again and then you get 7, you're just going to have 7.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it
But if
just, temporary hit points always overwrite to whatever the highest is.
Well, I didn't understand the 4 uses because I thought.
Yeah, that just means you have 4 opportunities during, like, between long rests to gain
Yeah.
1d8 plus 2 hit temps.
But if I wanted to use it again in combat, I would have to have lost those. Been
No.
injured enough to lose that.
No. Again, it doesn't matter. If you have temporary hit points already, you just get whatever's the highest. So, again, if you enter combat and you have 2 temporary hit points left and you roll 5, then you just have 5 temporary hit points. It just overwrites those 2. You are better off letting them, you know,
Yeah.
taking some damage and letting them, you know, come out of that rather than just overwriting them. That's kind of the thing about temporary hit points. You don't regain them, you don't stack them, you just get whatever is that highest source.
Mhm.
It's kind of
I was
like,
considering
yeah.
doing it before we meet orcs.
I mean, you can do that. Like, you can do that now, roll on there, and then you just have that until you don't.
Yeah.
Temporary hit points also expire after a long rest, so I mean, that's just besides the point.
How fast does that carpet go? I look over to Seftus.
It does go faster.
60 feet in it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have our horses. Can we run them hard then and go?
You guys do
faster?
have horses, and you can push the horses.
Yeah. How fast would that speed up our time then if we I don't know how
If
fast the
you,
horses go.
the riding horses have a, or sorry, you guys have draft horses. Draft horses have a speed of 40 feet. So if you push them, then distance, they would not incur any penalties for exhaustion beyond the first hour. So it would be, yeah, you guys could get there in about an hour if you guys push the horses to their limits.
And if I could run ahead and borrow your carpet, could Iggy and I go 60 feet per? Is that
well,
per?
so keep this in mind. The flying carpet moves at 60 feet per round. A draft horse has a movement speed of 40 feet, which means that it can dash 80. So that means that
so by pushing you mean dash.
Yes. That like continuing them to dash. The thing is that it's more about the exhaustion levels of the horse, because pushing your horses through the like the forest and grasslands through here is just going to be exhaustive to them. Now, I am using the new exhaustion system, so after that first hour, they're just going to make a constitution check, and if they fail it, they're just going to take 1 level of exhaustion, which is kind of, you know, irrelevant when it comes to your horses, because you're only going an hour away.
Okay.
So, like I said, you guys can push if you really want to use the horses, you know, like to really get back to Axholm.
I would like to get to Axholm as soon as possible. That's why I thought the carpet, but yeah, the horse sounds like a better idea. Iggy, you riding with me?
If they look like they seem like they're in trouble.
Smith, I think you can fit too.
Smith, I just have to see.
How much? Yeah, because they're no, not on the horse. I'm not taking his carpet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys move at a good pace, I'll say this: it'll be an hour and a half if you keep up with the carpet. So it'll be a little bit longer, but the horses won't suffer the same level of exhaustion, and everyone will be able to keep up on whatever means of transportation they have. Even if somebody was running, because most of you, all of you have at least a speed of 30 feet. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think if any of us, if we can all get there at the same time frame, that'd be the best. So, an hour and a half is better than 3.
All right. So, I gotta move some stuff. Yes.
Can I roll this then for the temp HP if we're aiming to? I mean.
Yeah.
Confront some orcs probably.
Smith, out of game. How many spell slots do you have?
All of them. Which one are we talking about?
For scrying.
I have 2.
Okay.
I got 8 plus 2.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
there's the
that's level
temporary
5.
hit points. 10. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking it was different for you because you're a wizard, but okay. So the same level and everything. Got it.
Yeah. The only difference, really, the only difference between you and Smith is that, as a wizard, Smith has access to, or actually, you guys have access to this, like, more or less the same amount of spells at the same time. So.
Mm-hmm.
Clerics are full casters after all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck
the clerics.
Fuck the clerics. And the wizards. I only can cast 2 spells.
That's true, you can. That sucks.
You should have been a cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Just get conjure animals, and then you don't have to cast any spells. Just summon 10 flying snakes at once.
Nah, I'm gonna summon like 50 zombies. It'll be okay.
Still considered full caster though, right?
What?
Just because you have fewer spell slots doesn't.
Oh, what, a warlock? Yeah, no, warlocks are 100%.
Oh yeah.
No, they're 100% half casters. They only know up to 5th level spells.
What's the other half they do then? Like in my head, rangers are like they're range.
You know, 6,
Did they-
7.
Okay. Warlocks get access to those through their class features at much higher levels, but you only get them to be able to cast like once.
Basically, warlocks get the bullshit power of cantrips that can just...
Yeah, like warlocks get the other half of warlock casting is the invocations that let you cast spells without expending spell slots.
Yep.
I mean, if we're disguise self, or if you have like Cloak of Shadows or something like that, that's
for my staff.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, technically speaking, the full casters are bards, clerics, druids, sorcerer, and wizard. The actual half casters are artificers, paladins, and rangers, and then warlocks are their own bastardized pieces of shit.
In my head, I considered them full casters because they're mostly
because
I don't know.
There, if anything, it's as
shitty.
shitty.
Not FULL.
As shitty as it is, I would actually consider them quarter casters. And here's the reason. Okay, if we go based off of a mana point system, a full casters, based on the amount of spell slots you get and the levels that they are, the math equates out to about 90 points of mana for a full caster. Half casters have about 40 points of mana, and a warlock at 20th level only has 20 points of mana, technically, because the amount of spell slots that they have is only 4, and the highest level that they can cast is 5. Now, again, they have their Mystic Arcanum, which is its own class feature, and it does let you cast spells, but again, they have their own bastardized. I mean, that's why one of the greatest wizards, said, warlock trash.
It's only been a day since we killed the dragon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
2
days.
So I roll that again?
What are you rolling for?
My power. My staff of power.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, I know it's been at least 1 day, so...
Yes, that would be 2 days.
Okay. Because I want to say, that's when I used the last of my spells was...
Gotcha. All right, so you guys had 3 horses. Seftis has a bone horse, and Smith is on the back of the flying carpet.
Magic carpet.
So, you guys start to make your way over towards Axholm. As you are following the trail that you guys have noted. The hour and a half goes by as you are riding as hard as you can. As you are getting closer, you start to notice that the ground around here is more trampled. You ride hard. I imagine Albina taking the charge as the war cleric she is. And as you guys get closer and closer, you start to hear these sounds coming from the direction of Axholm. An uproarious sound as you break through the tree line and see a field stretched out in front of you, the entrance to Axholm, where the bridge that leads to Axholm is located. Across this field, you see... What's up, Smith?
Am I on the carpet?
You are on the carpet.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Across this field, you see numerous orcs with banners waving high above. You can see that on this bridge that leads to Axholm, there is a number of soldiers there, dressed in plate mail. you can actually see the one in the very front. I did not have a token ready. Is your old pal. Crap. It's not Vanadar. Is it Vanadar? Yeah, it's Vanadar. You see your old cleric pal Vanadar standing out front in front of a battalion of soldiers. As these orcs are standing out here, you can hear their war cries as they are shouting towards the side of Axholm. As you guys come upon the scene.
So as we come across and I see this, I look over at Smith, pull out my staff, look at him. Fireball? Question mark?
Wait, how much time has passed in travel? Sorry.
About an hour and a half.
How many orcs are there? Are there like hundreds or like tens?
I mean, I want to say that I probably have like
30.
At least a good like 20 or so on here.
Okay. How far can I see?
I mean, you could see the map.
So I can see I'm remembering those blobby ones that explode.
36.
So I was
I'm gonna say from where you are, you can see that there. I'm gonna say that you can see that there's 2 of them up in the middle of everything.
Okay, so as I hear you say to him, I'm gonna say, "Hey, wait, we need a plan. Remember those guys that explode? Aim for them."
How many of those guys are there? They explode?
2 of them.
There's 2 of them I can see.
2?
Where are they?
2 that we can see.
Oh.
They're the greenish yellow ones.
I thought there were 4.
Well, we can only see 2.
We can't.
The weird
I can only see the
blobby
2, I
blob.
imagine.
How many? Is there like a
The
leader?
2 that are like
You can actually see that there are a couple of them in the back that are shouting up to this crowd.
And then the one that's to the direct right of that first white flag, that's one of the leaders, right? No, that's the cleric one that
Correct.
casted Guiding Bolt on me. Okay.
Iluna, I'm going to say that you can hear them chanting, "You killed ours, we'll kill yours."
Can I hear this?
Yeah.
Does you know orc? No.
No. Okay.
Wait, do I know orc? I can't remember. I don't.
No. The only one that does is Iluna.
Okay. Is Iluna.
I just want to make sure what are oh my god. I don't know what they're called. I want to call them Bulbasaurs now. or in their orbs.
Sure, I imagine they were.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't taken my Raph out. Poor thing. Stuck in his orb.
Well, yeah, previous to riding the horses, I would have done that.
Everyone roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Are they kind of just standing off against each other, or are they getting ready to attack? From the
They are chanting. You don't know exactly what they're doing, but you see this, like they're all kind of like shaking weapons up in the air.
Ooga baga, ooga baga.
Which
Exactly.
you said they all seem to say, "You killed ours, we'll kill yours," or was
Yes.
that like? Okay.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
suppose
as
I'd let
upon
our
arriving there,
squad know
Albina would
that's
just
what they're
kind
saying,
of wedge herself in between Iluna and Smith, like right in the middle. Because I want to put Iggy in further danger by going too far up.
Yeah.
I'm ready to take pot shots.
I'm just gonna move some
So I'm
things
just gonna-
around so that I'm not losing my mind over where tokens are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna even get off the horse and you can set her to the side. That's fine.
I'm so ready to start taking pot shots.
Fireball, 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 fireball.
Just remember, when you guys told me to handle them the way that he would, he lit the 2 that were tied together on fire.
Smith was the first one to attack him after our distraction.
All right. So you, Smith, Albina, and Iluna, as you guys come upon this scene, you realize that most of these orcs out in the battlefield, they have not spotted you. As you have kind of broken through the tree line, you're looking down at everything. It's at that point that you see on the far side of the battlefield, one of the orcs is standing there, and he is in front of a cart. And this cart has a number of barrels on it.
Ooh.
And you see that as you guys are taking this in, and you have had these few utterances between you all, you see that this orc starts to run forward towards the bridge with two other orcs flanking him.
How far away are they? Pretty far?
Why is it not letting me select it? There we go. From where you are at, it is 120 feet.
Can I take a shot with my arrow, flaming arrow, at the cart with the barrels?
Sure.
Can I shoot a barrel with Eldritch Blast?
Okay.
But
Do that in case I miss.
What are they doing?
are you
again?
letting us? Are you guys gonna let us know that before you?
Well,
I
I'm
feel like
assuming
we
that
should do more of
barrels
a.
are explosive, and I want to try to save the people that are on the bridge.
Seftis,
Before
go
they
ahead and
do
roll
it.
your attack.
I just feel like we should hide our position the best we can.
You go ahead and roll your attack. Smith, or is anyone else doing anything?
So are these explosive barrels from the looks of it? Or
They are
on
just
22?
barrels. You cannot see from where
So
you
they're
are at.
carrying them closer
I have
to the...
inspiration now.
They are running this cart up to this bridge.
Can I firebolt it?
Sure.
I'm
Or-
going to cast silence
Okay.
and
I used my inspiration to re-roll, by the way.
wherever I can get the majority of the orcs in silence.
Where?
Fireball.
What orcs?
Like I don't know how it's within 120 feet of me, right?
Right, but I
Or
guess
is
my
it-
question there is what orcs?
Let me see. I want to get am I drawing? Okay, that. Make sure I get that looking orc and this looking one.
Wait, which
Those
ones?
cleric looking one.
Oh, you
I
want
don't know if I can reach them both.
you would not be able to reach them both. You could get one
Okay.
or the other.
That's okay. The closest one, yeah.
Okay.
And then as many of the other orcs behind it if I can. All those
Gotcha.
right there is perfect.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Lucas,
Uh-huh.
nat 20.
I see that. Congratulations. Good for you, man.
On a fireball?
On an Eldritch Blast.
Blast.
Oh.
I wish it was a fireball.
I'm like, yeah, that's not really a thing on fireball.
Were you doing a fireball or a firebolt, Smith?
I was originally gonna do a fireball, but I think I'm gonna do a fireball.
Okay. Where would you like
on
it?
the safe side. Encompassing at least the three that are running the barrels up. And I'll say so I see basically me and you, or no, I see who? Septus and you preparing attacks, basically?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I
And-
will do the same.
And also
Who
me is shooting with his crossbow.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I will say we have to take action now. They're looks like preparing to attack, and
There's no time to wait.
yeah,
Uh,
there's no time to wait.
shit.
We must attack.
I
Me.
lost my inspiration because we woke up that morning, so my first
That is
attack
true.
missed, and that's the second attack.
Okay. Yeah, there we
Bring
go.
my fireball down a little bit. Can
Down?
I get that other guy? Yeah. Do I have enough reach to get that other guy? That fourth guy?
Sure.
Okay. Might as well. Right?
We don't like
Um,
his face.
Who are you shooting, me?
Seftis is shooting at the wagon with the barrels that the
Mhm.
orcs have.
Yep.
You know what? I want to aim for the explodey one. Because if I recall, the explodey one
Oh.
also damaged them when it went pop like a zit.
Oh.
Specifically
Good point.
this one.
I want to do
That's
2
right.
fireballs.
How the fuck are you doing 2 fireballs?
I was gonna
Okay.
ask how many can we do? If that's the case,
I
I
mean-
got some more things up my sleeve.
I mean, you can do 1 action. Because all of this is kind of gonna
kidding.
all of this is gonna kind of culminate in what's gonna happen.
We don't have any
In
crocodiles, do
one
we?
shot.
You do not.
I considered my little croc.
Well, there are
teeth.
some. Yeah, there are some. But yeah, unfortunately not at the moment. So.
What? I wanted to say something that
Oh, yeah,
everyone
yeah.
keeps talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I didn't want to interrupt anyone. Well, I'm gonna stand here and just wait till everyone starts shooting. I would suppose maybe go. These 2 are casters. The one that look. There's 2 that are casters right here, and that one.
I mean, I can't see. I imagine you're pointing out these ones.
Oh, you don't see my little.
I don't, unfortunately. It's
Yeah, I
because of
forgot
how
that.
big of a map this is.
Also depends on how well he zoomed out, and
Yeah.
you only held it for like 2 seconds. You got to hold it a little longer so that.
Okay,
you
yeah.
can-
If that's the one,
that's
yes.
what
That one and that one are casters.
you got to hold it a little longer than what you were doing, because that does nothing.
Because I thought I didn't know it kept going. I
There
thought
we go.
when you only got one.
No, yeah,
Like-
you hold it.
I didn't know if you held it longer, it did it long. I didn't know it did that.
Mhm.
I kept clicking like multiple times and
No. Okay, so yes, but those
Anyhow,
2 are
yeah.
casters.
It does still feel like the barrel card's like the most prominent. How far away is that though?
120 feet.
Is it? It
Yes.
seems further. I'd probably attack them then.
Okay.
My first shot's probably. Oops, I need the little map moving one. Oh no.
You need to switch back over to the map mover.
I did. I clicked it and it's still it's still following. Okay, I only clicked it 3 times. Okay.
You have a very clicky mouse.
I have no idea why I did that. The one at the top of the V, the one who's on the bridge.
Okay.
If I can reach him.
Yeah. Roll your attack.
Looks decent.
Okay, roll your second attack at whoever else.
Whoever else?
Yeah, or whoever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you're hitting the same person or 2 separate people.
I was considering one at him and then one at the caster on the far right.
Okay. Bina is.
Can I roll a second attack as well? I only rolled
Yeah.
1.
Yes.
Can I direct at one of these blobby things that explode?
Sure.
My second attack.
Absolutely.
Let's go with the guy in the nearest one.
There is a very light circle in the field. Okay.
Yes, that is the
I thought it
silence
was
that
like
that is the
discoloration.
sphere of silence that Albina cast. All right. So now I need to address all of this. That, and that. All right. So Aaron, were you shooting at one of the orcs or the cart?
I was shooting at the cart.
Cool. Jared, you were shooting at one of the orcs.
Let
Correct.
Do the orcs have the barrels on them, or are the barrels in the cart?
The barrels are in the cart.
All right, because I am shooting at the barrels.
Okay. Jared, who are you shooting at?
I'm shooting at the one explodey orc right there.
Coolio. So Stacy said that she was shooting at the one in the front. twice, correct?
I think it was
Oh,
the one in the front and then the other spellcaster.
Okay, that's
far
right. The
right,
spellcaster on the far right. Okay.
You do a fireball too? Or
Iggy can do an ice ball.
ice ball?
freeze them.
I think, or what does he got? He's got a wall of ice.
He does.
I think he might go for more of the general area.
So just an ice ball in the center.
Kinda. Center everybody. Get as many people as possible. Maybe the explodey guys?
Nice.
So something like that.
Oh yeah, something like that. That looks good. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
So,
All right.
So- can Anime use her helping hands on this first attack? An extra 1d6.
Sure.
Oh wait, that's the attack roll, not the.
Yeah, that grants you an additional 1d6 on an attack roll, which you hit on both of yours. So
The two hit. I was thinking it was the damage.
gotcha. All right.
Oh, let me change my to my mithril because I almost forgot
That's fine.
as soon as we left the call.
All right. So Jared, I need you to roll damage once. Iluna, I need you to roll damage twice. And Cephas, I need you to roll damage once. Smith, go ahead and roll the damage for your fireball and for Iggy's ice ball. It's all the same damage.
What is that? For me, it would be.
Whoa.
For you, it's 8d. I mean, for both of you, it's 8d6.
But I have the adept. So 31
Right.
for
What?
me.
It's that one is just that it allows you to treat ones and twos as threes.
Yeah, so 31 for me.
Oh, 31 for you. Okay. I need paper. $31 for Smith.
And 25 for Iggy.
25 for Iggy. Cool. Cool.
Is that somebody's smoke detector?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jared, I need damage
Sorry,
roll.
Ryan.
No, I'm like, is that a smoke detector or is that Hannah's?
Not my pump. It's my smoke
yeah.
detector that I can't reach to put a new battery.
Get a chair. Step stool. Do I need damage
need a
rolled
lo-
or no?
You weren't attacking a person.
Okay, that's fair. I just figured I'd double check.
Do I get
this.
sneak attack damage? Since they're unaware of my presence.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
dare
enough.
ask if I could do a spell slot for radiant damage too.
What is that?
I'm just trying to sit on that.
Why are you putting us in a glass bowl?
Oh my
You'll
gosh.
see.
Counterspell?
We're not. They're
What?
aware of our
Damn it.
presence. No, I'm just kidding.
So, as you guys make your way up to the battlefield, you see the site laid out before you. As you do, you realize the severity of the situation. You watch the orcs begin to haul this cart of barrels over towards the bridge, running, the other orcs cheering them on. To that point, you all step into action. Cephas knocks an arrow, lighting it aflame with his volcanic touch. Smith casting a fireball. Eldritch blast from you. Me shooting with his crossbow. Iluna taking shots with her bow, and Albina silencing the casters in the center of the field, and Iggy shooting a giant ice ball in the middle. As soon as this happens, everything goes dark. As a sphere of darkness encapsulates all of you. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta turn the light of sight on for this effect.
Can we use counterspell as we're casting? You have to wait to our turn
I don't think we're
to
close.
be able to dispel.
It's the thing is that you wouldn't be able to do it enough. As
Are there?
what's that?
How many casters are there?
Well, you definitely saw the two. You definitely saw the two clerics out there. Unfortunately, and Smith, you feel this more than anything. What you didn't see was the rogue in the tree above you. It's actually why I had you guys all roll perception checks in the beginning. As this happens, you all cast your spells. You hear from 120 feet away a massive explosion. You all know that you hit your targets true, but you hear this massive explosion erupt far away from you. Smith, at that point, you feel something land on your carpet behind you. You cannot see as you are all surrounded in a complete dome of darkness. But Smith, what you do feel, maybe you don't. Hold on. Oh wait, no,
I'm so
sorry.
glad that I put.
Um,
I'm so glad I'll be in the circle with you guys, because I was gonna be the only one out there with Iggy.
let's see something. Yeah, there we go. All right. Smith, you feel something land on your carpet, and you hear the sound of a blade swiping by you in that moment, and then you feel the weight from that, from whatever that was, bounce away off of the carpet. I need everyone to roll initiative.
So
Oh, the most exciting
We
stuff
don't-
always happens at the end.
get
I
our
don't suppose I can
bonus.
cast anything on him, could I?
Sorry, was that Smith?
I don't suppose I can cast anything on him, could I?
No, you are blind. You are all blind at the moment.
I don't suppose I could dispel magic before the initiative starts.
No, you would be able to do that on your turn.
I mean, I would do that
Oh.
the second the darkness took effect, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like I said, you're basically there were things that were going to I knew you guys were going to want to do stuff to like start everything out. So I had actions prepared for my side of things, and then we would jump into combat.
He
So-
knew our game plan. The DM's cheating.
How did this rogue know we would be at this tree?
No, he had his roll perception.
It's
How did a 22 not be able to see him?
how does 22
Where was
be-
my perception?
because
Not
a
on my
22 is lower than a 25.
I was gonna say, as a
That's
rogue with
how.
a plus 12 stealth, you
Um,
have to roll very high.
I don't know.
Yes.
My-
How he
my
missed you?
plus
I don't know
20.
how he missed you. I was rolling it. I got 3 attacks with advantage and I still missed you.
Whoa, that's awesome.
So we all
Or
just
Smith.
got our attack, but no, or action, no bonus action.
Correct.
That was like a-
Yes, like
Right.
that. Your combat had not started. It was not full initiative. I was basically giving you guys the ability to do one action and letting that be it, because I could have at that point just done my thing and kind of screwed you guys over. But I was letting you guys take that first action.
Yeah.
That was kind of
Oh.
you.
So,
I know.
one I was asking about bonus action, which I can't do, so that's that. The other one is on a hit. Would I know I hit? I guess. On a hit, I can do the radiant damage with the spell slot.
Sure, you can roll the extra damage.
On a hit. Yeah, when I hit a creature with the bow, I always think it means when I hit a creature with the star.
No. Nope.
Now,
Every time I read it, I think it's only if I hit with the star.
are we
So
paralyzed in here?
You are not paralyzed, you are blind.
So do you
know
think our horses
exactly
will be
what I'm
running
gonna
off right
do.
now?
Your horses are going to freak the fuck out.
That's why I was like thinking they're probably gonna just run, but I didn't know
I
if they
was
could get
thinking
out.
about
You
the
know.
horses already. I was like, I want to tie them
I
up,
already
but I
said
don't
I
think
was
we
off
have
of the horse,
time.
and I was setting it to the side. But
Yeah, don't worry.
I-
I'm going through putting the condition of blind on your character sheet. So
I'm
I just
so
don't
ready.
want Iggy getting trampled. That's why I got off the horse,
yeah,
and I was ready to send it on its way.
So 2D, I can do the 2d8 radiant because I would know I hit it somehow.
yes.
Yeah, it's 2d8.
I'm so ready with bullshit. I'm ready.
So glad. Really glad I finally got to use one of these this darkness token.
I only got 8 one.
Yeah, I like it. It almost looked like a little glass, half of a
Yeah.
marble, you know, sitting on
Yeah,
top
it's
of us.
kind
I
of
like
the
it.
idea.
Man,
It is kind of messing me up.
Here with Devil Sight.
I gotta
What's the
put it.
radius on that?
The radius on darkness is 15 feet.
And that hits us all, even though we're like flying in the air.
Oh, how high up were you?
I don't know.
You didn't specify that, Smith.
I did not.
Yeah, that's
But
the
it
thing.
might not be a dome. It could just be a.
No, it's definitely a dome. It's a 15-foot radius. Actually, wait, no, hold on. I might be thinking of something else. It is. Yeah, no, it's a 15-foot radius sphere.
Okay.
So.
I thought it was domey in the past.
Yeah. But like I said, you guys hear the sound of these explosions going off in the distance. As that happens, Smith, you hear the sound, you feel that weight behind you. You move quickly to avoid these blades and then feel the weight on the carpet bounce off. As soon as this happens, it is I'm only going to do because it is 9:30. We're probably going to get through one turn because I just want to reveal what has gone on. So what is your first? What are you doing?
I'm going to assume this is.
Yeah. Did you not roll initiative, Smith?
I don't think. No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't. Yeah. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Sorry.
Wait.
You
I
get to
did,
go
but I
last
can't-
now.
Oh,
Smith.
there I am.
I'm
I
just
found
kidding.
my-
Yeah, you're
Okay.
on there.
I couldn't find my.
Hey, you get to go right before me, I think.
There's so many orcs on
Abina,
here.
not
Me
not-
is third
not
in
me.
initiative.
No, I know. That's why I mean Abina.
Yeah.
I knew what
MEE,
you
not
meant.
MHE.
Smith jumped.
Okay.
Smith
And
jumped
Aaron
in
didn't make the
between.
joke, so I had to make the joke.
That's right.
Sorry.
Aaron, what's going on?
I'm going to assume that this is a spell that is encapturing us.
It would probably make sense that was the case.
Dispel magic, 5th level.
This level. Okay. Hold on.
So we can cast spells in this, but okay.
Okay. You target this darkness around you, this magical effect. As you do, you see the light begin to peer through it once again. And as it does, you see the result of what has happened. Give me 1 second.
Oh boy.
Oh, damn it.
I'm so
I didn't do it.
You did. That's why.
I always got apparently fucked with Lucas.
And this. And this.
He's like, too soon. Too soon. Was
Now,
not
I just want to
expecting
make sure
this."
that
Yeah,
You're
you
not
could have
wrong,
gone
Aaron.
last. Might have taken a while.
I always say Smith and I both were like, dispel magic, counterspell. What can we get away with here right now?
level
I
up.
was like,
I mean,
right?
you could have
It was
just shot all the magic out into the field and hope it didn't hit our side. I mean, they can't see us either. It's shoot blind.
I'm scared that you're gonna uncover us. I kind of wanted to be hidden.
Yeah, there is an upside. They can't see us.
I wanted
either.
to be hidden and then cast like
Unless they
Invisible.
have
light,
devil
and then
spikes,
have
then they
Smith
can't
make
see
us all go invisible and run so we can get a head start
I can make myself invisible on my own.
Yeah,
before all the orcs just show
Yeah.
up in front of us.
I slapped everybody with seaweed. How about that?
I'll be
All
like
right.
the
One
fluffing.
day we'll be underwater and it'll be
So-
really
I'm ready. My body is ready.
As you guys are, as the light begins to break through, there's almost this like cracking of the dome of darkness that is surrounding you. And as it cracks away, you see that the bridge, the front of the bridge, has been destroyed. Bits and pieces of rubble falling into the river below. You can see a few of the guards that were standing there dead in the water, blood filling the blue water as it runs down the river. You don't see Vanadar, Iluna. You see
Killed-
some of the guards
we
have
killed
pulled
him.
themselves back. One of the guards is pulling half of his companion as you see the other half is crushed between the rocks from the exploded bridge. Where the cart was, there is a massive crater in the ground that has filled the area with debris and detritus.
If it isn't the consequences of our own actions.
In the center of the battlefield, you see a circle of ice where Iggy's ice ball has landed. You see that the 3 large green globule orcs are still alive. And you can hear Albina as your attention is drawn to it. Something that shouldn't be. And you realize that you can hear the clerics shouting. That's where we're going to leave it for tonight's session. And we'll
So
pick up in
dang
2
it.
weeks.
Oh, I really
In
want to
6
do
weeks.
this one.
2 weeks.
Goddamn.
Level up, long rest?
Not a long rest.
Come on,
Jared,
I need to get my spell slot back.
what spell slot?
The one I just used for dispel magic.
You dispel darkness.
Exactly.
What?
I need a long rest so I can get that
No,
spell.
fuck you.
I take a nap. We'll wait.
Oh boy.
Why are they chanting?
Lucas,
No.
Yeah, buddy.
if we were stuck in the darkness, I read I don't need to see the creature to use taunt. I was gonna use taunt so everybody just has, so he has disadvantage on attacks unless it's against me. And then I was gonna use my action to become incorporeal so all of the damage dealt to me is half.
Jesus. No, taunt specifically says choose a creature you can see within 30 feet that can hear and understand you.
No, I was just gonna verbally scream out for taunt.
I'm sure. All right, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna pick up in 2 weeks at the Battle of Axholm. We will see who survives.
So can I see real
Man,
quick
if
what's
only-
the damage from the barrels? Where's like the crater?
The
There's a lot
crater,
of
the crater's a
damage.
little hard to see.
Like, did we do more harm than good, or do we still do?
We blew up the bridge. I guarantee you,
But-
blowing up the barrels is what blew
But
up
it could
the
have
bridge.
been worse.
But it could have been the entire bridge and the
And
whole
all-
front.
exactly.
Okay,
That's what I'm
so
thinking. That's why
here's
I'm
what I
asking
will
myself.
say. Here's what I will say. You guys hit them right before they got onto the bridge. That is why half of the bridge still exists. Their plan was to go across the logs that they had put there, and basically use that to allow the barrels to like fling forward. And then they were going to light them as soon as this was happening. That's why the other two were running up alongside. You guys just kind of expedited that whole thing of lighting them, but you did make it so that at least half of the bridge is still there, and all
Another
of the
half of
guards
people
did
there,
not
yeah.
fall to their death or be blown up.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So I will give you that.
Yay.
So,
So,
that was like a
murder
suicide
collateral
mission for
damage.
them.
Murder hobo for the win.
What was that, Stacy?
It was a suicide mission for them.
Yeah, for them it was. They were willing to stand by, because the thing is that you guys killed a lot of their orcs with a lot of fireballs. They wanted to kill a lot of your people with a big fireball.
Instead, what we did was kill more of their orcs with a giant fireball.
Yeah. We'll see how well this works for you guys next session. To those of you out there watching in the stream, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Again, as we said at the beginning of the stream, support the open D&D hashtag, support tweet out, message Wizards that you do not want the OGL 1.1. It does not help the community, doesn't help them, it doesn't help anyone. It's just a corporate greedy ass money grab. All right, you guys have a good night.
Will they be